So I'll start this, and then I'll do a quick recap, because it's been a minute. So, last session, which was like a month ago, you guys were following a trail. You were following the trail towards the fire temple, and you ended up winding up at a small town that seemed to have some very odd occurrences going on, like people kind of getting this weird dance move, this weird music playing from this temple, and then you went, or this house, very wealthy house, and then you went and explored it, and found that a few of the cultists from the Elemental Eye were, which I think you know that. You knew that, yes. You knew that.
Yeah.
The cultists of the Elemental Eye were opening up a portal and kind of using that house as a place to transport magical items they were collecting to someplace. You don't know where that place is. You also, so there you shut down the portal before a big army could come in through the ethereal plane, but it was like a portal getting held open to the ethereal plane. It was starting to change the elements of all the things around it. So like the old staircase of the house had, turned to stone, and the people around it turned to stone, and the fountain, the water fountain was like spitting fire and stuff like that. So it's kind of like changing the way the elements operated in their basic way. And then you fought those people. The portal shut by you guys taking various objects out of it and kind of breaking the spell, the concentration spell that they were doing. And then from there, you all came out with a few items, which I should let me just remember those because I wrote that down. But you found a few items. You took a long rest. That's
We're level 10, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Let me double check that.
So make sure you're all at the right level. And then, what else was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, D&D Beyond. And then I need to go to...
Did we have a long rest after the...
I am at full health, so I assume
Yeah, me neither. Was wondering.
Yeah, you guys took a long rest in town. Riley drew something from the deck of many things.
Yep.
And
Actually got a good one.
And yeah, I got a good one.
I don't remember what he got.
Inspiration.
I don't remember what
He got magical armor.
So,
plate mail that was
coconut.
without the
I know.
downsides.
I think it's gotten
Pretty
more
much.
coconutty with time. And then you
Oh, no rest.
I like it light, but
Oh, you don't get all your HP during your long rests.
Yes, you do.
what?
You definitely get all your HP during a long rest.
You sure do?
Yeah, you get all your HP back during a long rest, or you should. Everything restores.
okay.
Your spell slots restore. Everything.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
Alright, D&D 5 Princes. Pulling up my notes here.
It would be nice if just 8 hours sleep would heal everything. Like, oh, I'm missing a arm. Let me rest for 8 hours, and I'm good now.
It doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
Weird.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a good
why I sleep
way
so
to lose
much.
weight. Like you've ate for a month and taken 20 pounds. You just cut 2 arms, go to sleep, and I'm fit
you
again.
lost weight, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
see,
good
but
way
the
to
thing
think.
is, you don't have any control over what the arms that grow back look like. So
They
you
should
might-
look like...
You might get little baby arms.
T-Rex
like
arms.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
You're a good cop, baby legs.
So people found a few various things. But when you were in the Fire Temple fighting, those who were in the elemental plane saw two things. One was kind of a trade path leading somewhere deeper in the elemental plane. And then the other was in the material world. I think those that had like armor that had that special middle woven into it. Those people saw this kind of like path of fire leading further into the house and down. This kind of like burning flames going down into the basements of like the house. So you all left the house. The doors like kind of busted off its hinges now, and you went back into town. People are kind of restored back to normal. The shops are opening up again. You went to the inn and took a long rest. So now you are in the main hall of the inn. This, like, everyone is a little still shaken up from something that they definitely felt was going wrong. There's not really many people out and about. There's just the bartender and a few of his serving wenches you know, running around there lynching. So yeah, you're kind of at the bar at the main inn. Low, just kind of wooden tables. It's not the fanciest place you've ever been, so yeah, that's where you're at.
Well,
I drink a beer.
Yeah, so the bartender comes up, brings you a beer, and it's nice shock top. It's one of the mystical brands.
How much for a crate? I lost mine in a dungeon.
He says, for a crate of shock top, that'll be 50 gold pieces.
I kind of make an eyeball with him while from behind him and just.
Wait, do I still have it or not? I don't remember.
Yes, Danielle?
Where's the pizza cart?
Pizza cutter's in the
I
dishwasher,
don't think I've thrown it.
if it's clean. If it's not,
Still
I can
full
just-
Shit.
of bread.
I mean,
crème.
how bad can it be? How bad can it be?
how is it that everywhere we go we have to fight things? Is the whole world full of just people fighting things?
I mean, I assume
know-
it's one of you. Something is following one of you because it clearly wouldn't be
The
me.
bartender
No,
says,
never.
"Yeah, man, this world's a dark and tragic place." He like takes a drag from his cigarette and just he rolled one. While you guys
What's
were
your
sitting there.
tragic story, old timer?
He's like, "Well, my daughter used to live up in, used to date the guy at the house up there, and she disappeared months ago. Don't know where she went, but that's happens a lot these days."
How
Yeah, my
old
daughter
is
died
your
too.
How old is your daughter gnome or what is he?
He's a human.
Oh, okay.
This is a human village. There's like some other races around, but mostly human.
Okay.
Like the potion shop, I think, was a dwarf. Yeah, pretty sure.
Did we kill the guy in the house?
Yeah, so you killed the guy, the people in the house. The portal shut down. In the material world, you saw a path of fire. Those who were attuned saw like a path of fire, energy or magic, or whatever, is kind of like leading down into the basements. And the people who were in the elemental plane, who actually saw kind of like a roadway going somewhere into the elemental plane. It was kind of this very heavily trafficked path.
Yes,
there-
it's a classic path to hell inside
Is
of the
there-
mansion in the small town.
I'm asking the bartender, is there a reward for finding your daughter? We're adventurers, we might be interested in.
He says, "Look, she's been gone for months. I've given up hope.
Oh, okay.
But if you find her, I mean, hell, you can have all the beer you want.
Is there
Life
other
and
disciplines in the area?
every ounce of money I got. What's that?
For life, you say.
Is there other disappearance in the that you know of?
I mean, a lot of folks are having trouble remembering after whatever the heck was going on last week with everybody dancing and those damn sounds out of the mansion. But yeah, there was a few people have been missing some folks. Don't know where the heck they went.
Now you say that she disappeared somewhere up near the mansion. What business did she have up there? Did she know any of the inhabitants? Or
Yeah, well, she was seeing the big lord's Lord Ryu's daughter, and or son. She was well, she's swinging that.
and
way.
all of a sudden my ears prick up. Really?
Yeah, but they were having a nice relationship, but the boss of the mansion went kind of bananas, and he disappeared off the map.
His
God,
son, has
6 months
he
ago.
been around anywhere?
No one's seen it. Oh, thank you very much. No one's heard of anybody that's gone to that mansion except y'all folks, I suppose, have disappeared in the last 6 months.
What have I missed?
Didn't we see a
We
lot
should
of
talk to the
statues?
bartender.
Okay.
We saw a lot of statues of people trying to run away.
Did you
Was
put
there
extra
people like in
cheese on your pizza?
the other realm?
Good move.
I saw quite a few people traveling. Some carrying big loads of goods. Couldn't tell what they were, but not that I recall anything in particular.
You guys, give me an Arcana check. Anybody who
Oh, I have the Arcanas.
go for it.
How much Arcanas do I have? Plus 6 of them.
Can I have a D20?
Yes.
Yeah. One day I should just bring my dice
Wizards
and
of the Coast
forget.
is a dice roller webpage.
Oh, they have a dice roller?
Ooh,
Roll
nat
dice
20.
here.
For Arcana?
Yeah.
Can you roll
Do you get a
dice?
sense that there was more than just items being trafficked, and just by the fact that all the items were very powered, like all the items you saw, like the deck of many things, all this stuff, those are very potent magical items, and there's a pretty high likelihood that any type of spells those items would power would probably involve sacrifice of a human nature. And so those people are either probably imprisoned, waiting to get chopped up.
Yeah, but I'm sure all those generally involve the blood of the innocents. I'm sure your daughter's fine.
Wow. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
She's a
saying.
tough girl.
I'm just saying, you don't get to date the head of the mansion up top for free. So.
Well, I didn't get my cheap rent for free either. That's why she's dating him.
I feel we have some unfinished business at that mansion.
That's can be a good idea to go there and double check.
Ah, yes. Why not go back to the place that we narrowly escaped our lives? You are full of such good ideas.
I mean, we
So-
just killed the main dude. What else
Did it
can
just
happen?
explode?
So another recap piece you guys may have forgotten is Hypochondrius, who's sitting very quietly beside you, just quickly mutters, I remember, I have the this like orb that will attach to the top of a staff to prevent us from getting affected by elemental magic in Arcana.
Do we have just the
And that staff piece is where, and that's why you guys wound up in this town, because it's very close to where the fire where the fire temple is, and that's where the staff is supposed to be, guarded by something that even the elemental people couldn't get to. And then you could also go and try to track down what's going on with.
another
Careless
temple?
about this girl.
Do we really
Yeah.
need to rescue those people?
I don't know what else might be at that house. I'm not sure.
Did you see anything while you were in the ethereal plane?
Oh, I saw a whole lot of things that I have no desire to bother with. And there seemed to be people traveling back and forth, some carrying huge payloads of God knows what, going God knows where, but not the type of people that I necessarily would like to tangle with.
So no indicators or pathways of where we might go next.
I mean, there's always the pathway leading down in that mansion. Who knows where the bottom of that road leads? But I mean, like I said, if you're so inclined to descend into hell, I'm sure I can follow you. But I also wouldn't be at all surprised if that led us on a pathway straight to the fire temple. Why else would there be a fire road leading from here? It's so
Fire road,
close.
fire temple. We are trying to
It
go
does
to the
seem
fire
to make
temple.
sense. Convenient, I would say.
Who knows?
So we just
But wasn't
is
there
the
a
fire
path?
road still
that's what we're talking
fiery?
about.
Oh, that's the
It was less like you'll probably be able to see the evidence of it.
Like this burnt ground on the path on
Just
the way?
if you go to the mansion, you could investigate.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
Right.
But
Maybe
before
we can pay a gold coin to someone, see if I can investigate, and see if we return, we'll know better. If he doesn't return
I say we just go
to the mansion or to the fire
to the
temple.
mansion. Let's find out. See
Okay,
if our little
I
fire
pay-
road follows.
I tried to find before all the trace of the fire dungeons go away. I tried to find someone that would just follow it and see where it is and come back to tell us.
Where are you gonna ask people in the bar? There's not very many people here.
You're offering a gold for this, correct?
No. I offer maybe I don't know. How rich are people around here?
It looks like a pretty. I mean, it was probably a very, very well-to-do village, and like because things have gotten so funny with like the leadership. it's
Yeah,
probably
maybe,
on hard times right now.
What's in their gold? It's
There's a lot of people very well dressed.
yeah, but I don't need
Very,
someone
fancy
like
kind of
rich. I
fashionable
just
wear.
need a poor guy that will just follow it for 2 days
Give me a
and come back.
perception check.
I can ask the bartender if there is someone to hire
Go
that
ahead.
would know how to follow a trace and come back and figure out where it leads without
Sure.
getting killed.
Was it Templars,
Yeah.
Temporal, and Enchantress?
The bartender says, "All right, well, I know a guy." He kind of like looks over at this kind of cloaked figure that's sitting by the fire at the corner of the room. He says, "Listen, if you talk to Thaddeus over there, he's been known to
To Thad.
to Thad. He's been known to get
Fad.
to work in some lugubrious enterprises, you might say."
Lugubrious, you say?
I like this guy.
is
So-
educated.
While
We are a well
Okay.
town.
So I'm going to that guy and thinking, bartender, give you good references.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Do you see the burning path from the mansion going
Well,
somewhere?
I don't know, man. I just kind of work here around town and do some odd jobs and stuff.
Yeah. I give you a silver per day to follow that and come back to tell me where it leads.
The one in the, where?
Where the fire path leads.
I haven't seen any fire paths, sir.
It's come with me.
Okay, so
Wait, so now you're taking
am I
the
getting
kid,
paid?
you're going to pay
am
yourself?
I getting paid as we speak?
I have like a bunch of gold. A silver per day is
I
good
can
for you?
take some of it.
Well, I need a gold piece a day for my expenses and any incidentals.
What are your expenses to have a gold?
1 gold a day.
I'll give you both the gold. Just shut up.
Okay.
I'll take that, sir. You give me 1 gold.
Meanwhile, while you are negotiating with Thaddeus over here, can I look around and see if I see just the grossest, slimiest, grimiest thing that's within reach?
Yeah, so you look around. I mean, it's a pretty well kept bar, but beneath one of the tables, you feel that there's some like kind of sticky substance that maybe people would like chew, and it was stuck there.
All right. Well, I grab it,
Okay.
and then I stealthily move behind Hypochondrius, just kind of wedge it in his ear.
Taking advantage of the fact that he's
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. I'll roll for hypochondrias on that one.
That's great because I'm fantastic at sleight of hand. check.
took plus 10.
It's +8.
Dang, I mean, I can't even beat that. I just got a 7. So.
Well, I'm gonna roll anyway. That was only a 15.
Okay. So you successfully lodge it behind his ear, but your sleight of hand is so discreet, he doesn't notice yet.
I'm
Can
gonna do this all night. See how much goop and gunk I can
I'm
get
doing
off.
Doesn't notice
hypochondrias.
yet.
You would, you snitch.
Well, you have to roll perception.
Can I just persuade the guy
You haven't seen anything.
to be
Right,
paid
I'll
less
look
than a
for
gold per day?
Pardon me?
Can I just persuade the guy to be paid less than a gold per
He
day?
just looks at you quietly because the person who actually paid him to be quiet
He's
is
been
paid.
paid.
So
Yes, okay, so go.
If the two
Fetch.
of you would like to go do what you need to do, this gentleman will be nice and quiet along the way.
Okay, follow us. You've been paid for that day. Allez. What?
excuse me.
He goes,
I believe the gentleman would like 1 gold.
He-
I gave him a gold to be quiet because, frankly, your negotiations were boring.
I was saying, 1 silver. You don't need a. What's your credentials to be needed 1 gold? I mean, that's more
He
than
opens
what.
up his jacket and you see like all these little badges, which is like one of them says like Stuff Finder, Best Stuff Finder 2020, Best Odd Jobs, 2052.
How many gold do I have?
What year is it?
Yeah.
It's the year 2025.
Okay, so I can hire
Really
him
thought
for
that
a
was a
third of a
good
year.
That guy's old.
the way your mind works is simply stunning.
25,000.
Suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes him.
It's because
Magically, all of Twitch's weapons disappear.
it's from different
Trying
calendar.
to pull out his bow. Oh wait, it's made of rubber.
Should have gotten that check, bitch.
Alright. So there's like a lot of these medals, but he will not speak. He's been paid. He's a
Okay.
quintessential mercenary.
Discreet.
Whoever pays him first gets the job. You can pay him more to stop talking, to start talking again.
I just want to.
How rich are you? Can I outbid you?
I don't. Go to hell.
I'm
just
pretty
going
rich.
He gives you a thumbs up, and he says 1 gold.
Okay. I give him 1 gold
Okay.
to
And he
hell.
he stands up, puts his stuff in his bag, tosses it over his shoulder,
Yeah.
and just waits quietly, looking around, expecting them. Thaddeus says nothing. It's not efficient.
Okay, let's go.
All right. You all march into the house, and the
Oh, we're all going?
I thought we were just sending Thaddeus on a. Otherwise, why we paying Thaddeus at
was
all?
going.
okay. Do you want some Thaddeus ahead?
These two are going on a little datey date to the mansion real
Yeah.
quick. They're
I'm
gonna
not
figure it
going.
out.
No, but you're not going to the mansion?
I thought that's why you hired Thaddeus.
Yeah, why are we paying Thaddeus?
Meat shield.
No, to follow the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, then why would we go?
We're going to the fire temple?
But just through the mansion.
Or the
Well,
yeah, so
well, we have a hunch that the fire trail leads to the fire temple.
yes,
Right.
but
I thought it was the one in the mansion.
It
But
is.
there is
Okay.
there is a fire trail in the mansion,
Got
and
it.
there's also we can just go to the fire
wait.
temple.
Oh.
But didn't you want to pay Thaddeus to go check out that path?
Yes.
Then
Which
why
is-
would we go with
which
him?
is
He
in the
should go
mansion.
by
Oh, I
himself.
thought it was like from outside the mansion to like some fire temples. But the fire temple
it's
is
the pathway that we saw was inside the mansion.
okay. Let's have him, you know,
Be a meat
follow
shield.
the path inside the mansion. And
I mean,
Okay.
we could all go with him, and just he is now required to go first and walk into traps for us.
I'm good for it.
Alright,
Okay
fine,
with
sounds
that.
good.
He's like
Yes, let's do that.
he's lived a tough life. He's willing to make sacrifices
Where's
for it.
Paddington?
Okay, so we're going to
Paddington's
follow a
on the ship
path,
with Giles, I think.
and you going first, and you tell us what you see.
Okay, so
What do
you
see,
can't
Kurt Russell?
speak, but yeah.
Yeah, I
So
give
you
him
guys go into the
a.
house. You kind of see the remains of your fight, and like there's some corpses, kind of littered in various states of
Yes, my work.
disembowelment. There's kind of the old like wood. The wood has been restored, and it's kind of this old kind of like crusty wood that's now back to rock. And you kind of the fire. Go ahead.
Do you have your phone?
I do.
Keep it out.
Oh, you're going to send.
You guys can send PMs as well. So yeah, the a lot of like the elemental changes have died down, but there is kind of a charcoal burned path leading from that room down into like a stairway that seems to go to the cellars, into the cellars.
Alright, Thaddeus, go ahead.
Goes thumbs up.
Yeah, before he got down, I
And
gave
you
him
come back
a
up.
pan with a stick so he
frying pan.
can like ding ding ding, 3 ding for saying everything's okay.
And you hear from the bottom of the stairs.
Good, let's go.
So it's a deep spiral staircase. It's kind of the wood gives way to kind of like stonework that's been just kind of hewn out of the rock, and it starts spiraling down, pretty tight and claustrophobic. But when you get to the bottom, it looks like almost a cellar system. Like there's a lot of big barrels. It looks like old wine. a lot of like foodstuffs that seem to. This was like a mercantile house, so a lot of like just like pallets of food, pallets
Is it
of.
petrified, the food?
No, a lot of it was grain. Like a lot of the stuff I think that was
Oh,
perishable would have been sold. A lot of it's grain, a lot of it's stuff they can keep for a while. But you can tell us it's a pretty big cellar system. There's 4 or 5 rooms. You can kind of see them extending down, and this kind of charcoal burning on the ground seems to go further inwards.
Is there high alcohol concentration barrel? Or is it just wine?
You can make an investigation check to find out.
18 plus. Do we need more than 18?
So yeah, most of it's wine, but there are some smaller barrels that seem to contain a distilled
Okay.
spirit.
So I take one of those, I
Mhm.
put that my barrel, put my name on it, just so people and putting it in
Yeah.
writing don't steal it
Yeah.
with charcoal,
Okay.
and I'm taking the 2 small ones.
You marked one of the big ones, and you're taking 2 small ones.
Yes.
So what's your strength?
20.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
15.
So, as you lift up the 2 barrels, you can't really move too easily. One of them falls, bursts, and this like beautiful golden liquor explodes out. But you're able, now that you only have one, to kind
Okay,
of
thanks.
wrangle that under control.
We're going to the
Um,
fire temple with some burning things.
Yeah. So this kind of like orange liquid, or this kind of like a golden liquid kind of spreads out on the floor. And then as it touches this kind of line of charcoal that you're following, suddenly there's a spark. Fire ripples out from where that tank burst, and it starts climbing up on the wooden shelves around you. And
Hot damn! What kind of liquor are you pouring over there?
Let's run a little bit.
So it's not like super big yet, but this is a room full of alcohol and some of it distilled spirits, and it's kind of the scaffolding starting.
If only we had someone that could cast a spell that puts water on things.
You look over at Hypochondrius, and he's like listening to your comments, granting something behind his ear. And you hear this, "Ah!" He just runs away. He runs out, and
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea because water and burning field is not. I'll just go away.
What's that?
Just move away.
All right, so you guys go further in. The fire kind of seems it's been unchanged behind you, and you hear some more like explosions of barrels bursting, and then that little path of like charcoal kind of has kindled back to life, and there's this little flaming track that leads. It looks like right up against a wall in the very back, where there's some like stones that have been crumbled and kind of caved in.
Okay.
And it leads right up to like kind of this cave in the far side of the
I'm going to call the guy. Hey guy, can you look at that wall and see if there's a way to open it?
He goes up. He tries to move some of the rocks.
Okay.
He's too weak. And he like looks behind him, and the fire is like coming into the next room over, and it's starting to burn up some of like because the grain is very powdery, so it's like it'll burn
Can we
fast.
just go to the temple?
So then,
Let's do an
Grain
investigation
versus
check
flame.
on the wall then.
yeah. So you feel as okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Nobody's doing the investigation. 12.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not a super hard check. So you go up to the wall. You feel that some. In the construction of this place, they probably busted into like the rooms of the fire temple, and you see that it was just kind of a cave in. They left it and they started going the other way.
Yeah.
But the cultists probably came in through that cave in,
So
and
it's-
they hurriedly covered up with loose stones.
So just moving the stone work.
Yeah, but you'll need to be very strong.
I am not very
Figure
strong.
things out.
Okay, let's try to a strength.
Yep.
check.
Go ahead and give me a raw strength.
Can I have help from the guy?
I mean, what is your crew? Oh, from the guy, he can try to assist you, but he's very weak, so his assist
I can
probably
try.
won't
I
be
can
really
try.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
know,
you're
what's
another-
the benefit of this versus just
I'll
going-
oversee.
I think it's
Do we really care this much?
Unless you're going
Yeah.
to let me acrobatically move them, I don't think I'll be much help.
okay. 15.
That's a terrible roll.
What did you get?
It seems
15.
interesting. We'll see.
15. So you're able to move a few stones away, but some of the larger items that you're carrying won't be able to make it through the opening.
Wait, how the cultist is doing that? Like the all skinny guy that just.
They've been covering it back up.
Oh. Can I use my ring real quick?
Your elemental.
My
switch?
ethereal plane ring?
Yeah.
Is it clear to walk through in the elemental plane?
Yeah. So with that ring, it gives you very limited kind of perception to what's on the other side. So yeah, a lot of the elemental plane, like kind of elevation, doesn't really translate as directly. So you'll be back kind of in that normal place where you were, like 10 feet real world up. But yeah, so you'll be. There's nobody there anymore.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get on the other side of this blockage that we've got to see if there's anything I can clear from the other side by moving through it in the elemental
Yeah,
plane.
go ahead and give that a shot.
Alright, what do I need to roll for that?
To switch to elemental plane, I think you can just do it.
Alright, I do that, and then I walk through that area to where the other side would be and pop my way back out into the real world.
Yep, so you turn your ring, suddenly the world shifts around you, you all see Twitch and Switch vanish. You walk through kind of stone, you feel that there is some more kind of almost physical pressure in the elemental plane when you pass through stone, but you can still kind of get to the other side. From the other side, you actually see, to your surprise, as you pop back, I mean, in the elemental plane, you still see that big path leading out to who knows where. And then, as you pop back to the other side, you see a door. Actually, it's kind of holding all the rocks up. A big, kind of iron grate, and then a lever on the wall.
Alright, yeah, I'll go up and I will inspect the lever before I pull it for anything that looks suspicious.
Investigation.
I can investigate. Not well though. So.
You're gonna need a dice.
This is a plain 14.
Yeah. All right. So you don't sense that there are any traps.
Cool. I'll go ahead and yank on that lever.
So you yank on the lever. The door jerks open. Rocks kind of fumble in towards you. Give me an acrobatics check. See
how deftly out of the way I can.
Yeah. Falling rocks.
All right. So that is a 19.
Oh well, you quickly juke out of the way. The rocks kind of come falling pretty fast inwards. You guys suddenly see the door, kind of rock piles rush inwards towards this open door, leading into where you see Torch and Switch.
Let's go. That's convenient.
Yeah.
Guy, you
Okay,
go
good
away.
job. Fine.
Be sure to bring the ale.
So yes, now you can bring the ale through or the whiskey through.
Nice.
Did you paint her
I'm
clothes?
bringing the ale.
No, they're little covers for her that we like glue on. Cats
Oh.
shut their
Keeps
nails
her
every
from
month or so.
scratching
So
things.
yeah, they're like these little soft cloth.
How difficult was it to put all the things on?
really.
She definitely. Well, I mean, like she was fighting her. She was making sounds like they were stabbing her with, spears.
You
but-
might have been.
What's that?
You could have been.
Yeah, we could have been.
Yeah.
And then she was fine. And then she just tried to like shake them off and looked at them, and then she was fine.
Yeah,
And she likes super glam.
She does.
Big number.
There's
Like
sparkly.
it.
There's sparkly.
Look weird, bar.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's guy move forward and
Right. So as you go in here, I want to go ahead and get a map
how good can we see?
going. You're in a small antechamber, and it's in. Let me. Where's a piece of
Those
paper
do
things?
Halford has night vision?
I'm more of a pro chamber kind of guy.
I'm an antechamber.
Antechamber.
Let me see if I can
so
find
wanted
a piece of
to
paper. You know what? I'll use this because it's erasable and it's great.
That's what they say about me.
You're erasable and you're great.
Mostly erasable.
Okay. So, you're in this small antechamber here. There is this is kind of where the rock slide came in. Like this wall, like the door was kind of hastily put up when they accidentally broke through. And there's a few just kind of shelves. It doesn't look like much in there, just junk for people who are traveling in and out. And then there is an archway here with some runes on it.
Can I
And then
check
it
on the
leads.
We
Yes,
just
you
see
can.
the eye.
And then you can just see another larger room and what looks to be a kind of dull red light coming in from there.
Seems promising.
14.
All right, so you can't really tell exactly what these runes are. It's not a magic that's familiar to you.
Why don't we just send guy through the
These
arch?
runes
so-
are uninteresting.
Yeah.
No one knows anything about them.
Okay.
No one's ever seen runes like these before in our entire existence. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not even actually
Yeah, I don't
runes.
think
I think
It
it's
seems
child
like
scratchers.
scribblings to me.
I've seen children write better runes
Let's
than
send
this.
Thaddeus through the arch into the room.
He looks at you and he holds out his hand and he goes,
Mr. Goldman.
Let's continue.
he
Move
says-
forward to the
okay, so he walks through and then suddenly there's a flash of light. Thaddeus is gone.
It was good while it lasted.
And you guys see three little gold pieces, or two gold pieces hanging to the ground and they're like smoking red hot.
Okay. With a stick, I try to get back the smoking hot gold pieces.
I'm guessing there's a trap in
The stick,
the arch.
as you put the stick through the arch, the stick bursts into flame.
Oh,
and
okay.
it turns into crumbles.
Does the rune like a flash or?
The runes seems everything just seems absolutely inert except for this kind of flash of light when
Okay.
something passes the threshold.
Do we go back to town and try to get another guy?
No.
No, we
It's gonna
figure out how to
disappear, too.
deactivate this. Alright, so what else do we see around the room? Do we see
Yeah.
anything that is seems to be connected at all to this archway?
All that's in the room are those like little 4 shelves. I think did I draw 4?
Do any of you have any anti-trap stuff?
Yeah, 4 shelves on that side.
Power count.
By the
Oh, she said just
by the
sets
door,
trap, though. I guess we don't need that.
you see a small kind of slot here, and then there are these 4 runes. And You could invest, or those four. There's just 4 cabinets, a little slot, like kind of like a catch by the door, and you can investigate things as you please.
Okay.
I would like to investigate a shelf.
Ended up having your gold piece.
All right, so you investigate the shelf. Roll me investigation.
I've been stealing gold for you for months. So.
I don't have much. I'm sure.
It's a nat 1.
Is that about one? That's it. Oh wow, yeah. You investigate the shelves and find nothing.
I want
There's
to.
nothing here. There's nothing here.
I want to see
Nothing.
if there's any alcohol on the shelves.
Alcohol on the shelves?
Yeah, it's like a 8.
I thought Picard
Wait,
was the drunk.
Let me double check.
I know.
Investigation. Oh no, it's a 4.
He's been hanging out with the wrong sort of people.
It's a 4.
So again, you look through the shelves. There's not much you can find. Yeah.
Okay, I'll investigate then the slot.
Yep.
Somebody else should investigate.
So you go through the slot.
That's only 8.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
All right. I'll
You
say,
see a small. Okay.
now that all of you heathens have taken a look, allow me.
No, trust
Do
me.
we have to go
there's
through the
nothing
arch, or is there
there,
another
okay?
way?
Nothing. It's empty.
You could look around to find another way. You could try to go in through another, like, there's like a main quote-unquote entrance to the, this is kind of a side entrance into the, just from what you guys learned about the
Yes.
Fire Temple. Like, the main entrance is reportedly somewhere in the hills. This seems to be kind of a shortcut in there.
We have a 13 for investigating the shelf that...
Yeah, she looked.
There's nothing there.
So yeah, so you look at the shelf, and you know initially it seems that she was right there with nothing there, but you notice that behind the shelves, there are some similar runes. One, oh gosh, if I can remember these.
one set up.
Is the loneliest number you can ever do. All right.
3.
You
Let
make
it
them open the box.
That's the way to do it.
It's my
Stick in a box.
So you find one rune that looks like this
Bash Brothers.
behind the other shelves. One that looks like an X.
That's the way to do it.
And then you find this one. So you find one of those behind each of the tables, and then inside you see like when you look inside you just see some like random junk. But some of the among that is like some rocks, some like old. It looks like stuff that someone like maybe pulled out of that wall, like old kind of spherical rocks. At the very bottom shelf, you find these very actually clean cut sphere rocks, like kind of
They look nice.
just these one.
I think there's nothing
How
there.
big are
How
they?
many?
They're about a hand size.
Alright, I take one and just kind of pocket it for later just in case I need
All right,
it.
which shelf do you take it from, or which
Which rune?
which room do you take out?
I mean, I'm a little baby carrot kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, who isn't? All right, so that one's gone.
So I'm rocking the baby carrot in my
I'm
pocket.
pretty sure you must
Wait.
have
We
brought that
see
in.
him
So
pocketing one
the
rocks?
sphere is different than the rune.
Yeah, the sphere is different than the rune. I think the runes are just marking like what
Jeff,
goes where.
Do we see him
And I
pocketing
think
the
the
rocks?
rocks are going to match
I
up
don't know if he
with.
was trying to hide it.
something.
Were you
No.
trying to hide?
No, I was just taking it. I took a look at it and thought it was interesting, so I
Yeah,
put it in my
yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
Can I
Okay,
take
I-
one or two of those?
Yeah.
How many are there?
There's 4.
There's 4.
And
One
can
is
I-
on
can
the
I-
bottom shelf of each of
Take
these
one?
things?
Can I pick one up and then put it next to the matching rune on by the door?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
That's what I would like to do.
Which one do you? So the
far
one at
left
the
one.
door is this one.
I don't know.
That
I mean,
door
that's-
is that.
This trap maker, very lazy. Just leaving the answer to it, right? Just sitting there.
The door is marked with that. Which ones do you want
Wait,
to take?
sorry, with what?
The baby carrot that Chase took.
Oh,
You can't
Baby
have a
carrot?
baby carrot.
there's baby, but there's baby carrot at the door. And you took the baby carrot. What?
I.
Put your baby carrot in the hole.
Fine.
Is there holes in the door? Like
There, yeah. So that's that little gap in the wall. Is that little
I
place
just
where
I
it
shoved my
was
baby
down.
carrot right in there.
Okay,
So you
let's
put
pick
the baby carrot on the or the stone on the little catch,
Let's pick the other
and
stones.
that's what happens.
All right, I bet you there's more of them.
happens.
when you
Nothing
put the
happens?
rest of them on there.
Okay, let's take the other stones.
All right.
Is
So
there
you take
only,
all
how many
these.
gaps are on the door? Are there?
Just one.
All right, so I will remove the baby carrot because that didn't seem to do anything.
Wait, I thought we saw multiple runes on the door.
The door has magical markings, and in the little slot there was just that one.
Maybe we should put a stick through it or something with the things in there.
Yeah, with some of the rocks, I throw it inside the door.
Don't use the spheres.
No.
Just some of the other
There's
areas.
extras.
Yeah, like
So you throw it through, nothing happens.
remove it.
I think
He
somebody should
took
put
out
their
the-
pinky
he took
finger
it
I
out.
already took it out.
Yeah.
Take one for the
Okay, so wait, no, I'll put it back in. Now throw something through.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
So then you throw something through, and it bursts into flame again, and then kind of just crumbles.
So
While it's in there?
yeah, when you put it back in, because when you put it in, took it out,
it's open,
it
close,
took it off.
open, close.
There's nothing happened. When you put it in again, took it out, then something happened again.
So you have to put it back in at one time. You have to open it.
All right, so I put it back in.
and take it out.
Yep.
Oh.
Launching
You put
rocks.
it back in.
I leave it there
Yeah, you can leave it there as
I
well.
think you can.
because I only did the takeout once, right? I put it in, and then
Oh,
I took it out, and then he threw a thing through,
every
Nothing
time
happened.
you put
and
it
nothing
in,
happened.
it switch
And then I
to
put
the-
something else back in, and
You
then
put the same one
I
back
put the
in.
same one back in, and then he
Took it
threw
out.
some. I didn't take it out.
Oh, well, that's fine. Then it bursts into flame again.
Every time
Okay,
you
so
put
it's
it in,
just switching.
Yeah, it's just to glue.
Okay, so let's take all of them with us because I'm assuming we'll probably need them for other doors here. But
Already.
in this case, we just threw something through and it blew up, so I'm gonna press it. I'm put it in again and take it out, and assume that we'll be fine.
I'm
and
rushing
ask if
something
they're
in
good to
it.
go through.
Yeah, I'm rushing something in it.
So your boss just asked you to go through.
I did.
It's more foul.
Or
So I'm launching a rock in
No,
it.
this is not how this relationship works, sir.
More of a friend.
Did I tell you I didn't need the job at the beginning?
Acquaintance, really.
So you want
Okay.
to throw a stone first before you go through.
Yes. And I'm trying.
If you do not follow that
And
stone
then-
right through, we're gonna have a
And
serious
I'm trying
conversation.
to aim at him.
So now, and then you put it in and took it out again. Okay, so as you throw that stone through, nothing happens.
Okay, let's go in. Okay, follow me. I'm going to.
Okay. So as you go through, you enter a room where a huge bonfire is burning at the center.
Is there a hole in the other side of the arch?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
A hole on this side?
Yes,
Yeah.
the other
Can
side.
we relock it from this side?
There is one on the opposite, right here.
Alright,
Yeah.
Put it in, take it back out. So that way nothing
Don't lose
follows.
it. We might have to leave.
I'll put it in the most protected spot that I've got, right in my codpiece.
My God, please. So in here is a huge bonfire. And then this room is massive. And you see the door this way, similar arch, but now there are two holes. And then you see another path that just leads that way. And then in this room, there are what looks like just some like old tents, like some tents, some cots. It's all deserted though. Nobody's here, but there seems to be some signs of life, like people just kind of.
Looting time.
Is that like stepping time?
Stepping time.
Okay, what was the thing you did before with the door?
put the
I
thing
just
in and
shoved my baby carrot in there.
Alright. Could you do the same thing with this one? With the other one?
Is there
What
another
rune
door?
is on the door here? Or is on the door out of the other side?
What room is on?
Is there a rune on the, or is there a door on the other side? I guess is the question.
This thing? This one. So this is just another room over here that you can just walk to.
Okay.
This one has this and this.
There's two rooms.
I don't know. I want to go tent pillaging for a minute.
Yeah. So you go into the tents. Yeah. So the ground's pretty much. It looks like kind of like just charcoal. Like the ground as you walk around in this big room. It's very kind of just crunchy, like just burnt, almost like burnt ash and coal is just like lining the floors and the walls. Like
I'm
everything's
really
kind of burnt out.
specifically looking for like personal belongings of people.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Panties.
lewd,
Yeah, like
lewd
pictures.
drawings
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
You want the panties.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find this vending machine,
Mhm.
and it's Japan.
That's exactly what I've always wanted.
But yeah. So as you go through the tents are pretty old canvas. They don't seem to be the highest quality. You see a few personal items, like some kind of like dining material, stuff like that are kind of around a smaller little like burnt out campfire that's surrounded by some cots. But in one of the cots you find beneath a pillow a small bag of 20 gold.
Alright, I'll pocket it.
You guys can also look
Yeah,
at
I was
I'm above
16?
such material things.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay, so you go through the tents as well, and you find a, while Chase is kind of while Twitchy Switch is caging the fire, or going through the fire stuff, you go through one of the tents, you find like an old wooden ring. You find a wooden ring, and you find a bronze, or like a silver ring. And that's what you find among someone's, like, looks like in their kind of like stash beneath their pillow.
Okay. Nice.
Are you looking, Fox?
Huh?
Are you looking for things?
I was probably already pillaged, yeah?
Yeah.
Do they look enchanted, the rings?
You
Yes, I
can't,
did
unless you get a really good Arcana check, you won't be able to tell.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll Arcana.
I'll just put them on.
Alright, so you put the rings on, and suddenly you just fall asleep. And all of a sudden you guys see Zuga just collapse.
Yeah.
Good night.
Um,
Sleep tight.
While he's asleep, I'd like to rummage through his pocket to take back the gold that the one gold piece that he took from our dear traveler.
Because he's unconscious, that's an automatic success, so you get your gold back. So yeah, Zuga is snoring very loudly.
And I kick him really hard in the crotch, so he's uncomfortable when he wakes up.
Yep. So go ahead and roll an attack.
You don't need to.
Oh, I guess that's right. You're unconscious.
Automatic success,
Yeah,
right?
it's an automatic success. So go ahead and roll 2d4 damage because it's a cross shot.
Right, so...
You take 6 damage.
To your future children.
Don't ever take
But
that gold.
I am sleeping, so I can be in a long rest.
That's how you get
Short
through the
rest.
count.
Short rest.
Short rest.
Enchanted
Short rest.
sleep,
If you don't
enchanted
piss
sleep.
blood when you wake up, I haven't done my job.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm
so
snoring
Zuga
really
is
loudly.
unconscious. He has some strange rings on his fingers.
Be able to leave
and
him
then-
behind.
He was a good man.
He was a good man.
We need Halfog.
We had a good run.
So everybody.
If only there was something we could do to try to save him, but yeah, I'm afraid it's a lost cause at this point. It's best if we all just forget that he was ever with us.
I'm going to reroll what?
What were you saying we need to roll?
Oh, what clothes do you have on right now?
Our plate mail.
What's that?
What did you say we need to roll?
Wait,
Perception.
like
Oh, okay.
twice your
Everybody getting
size.
Ooh,
perception.
and that 20.
Alright, so you
I have
hear
like random things on my
you
one
hear muttering voices coming from the open
I
room.
was until you
The
came.
room that you could just walk through that doesn't have a door guarding it.
Hey guys, there's people in that room over there. Should we
Wake me up.
talk to them?
Before
Oh
we
no, you're
go,
having great
go.
dreams. What's that?
Okay. Wake me up.
Follow you.
Don't wake me up when it's
So-
all
Yeah. Zuga is
what do you think?
unconscious, but
gentlemen.
yeah, the
And which
Feather Widget is like, hey, there's some noises, there's some people talking in the other
Before,
room.
I'm going to do one last thing to Zuga though, just to really prove my point. I'm going to cut like the bottom 6 inches off of his pants on each leg so that his ankles are always cold.
That's the point you're going to have.
Your ankles are going to be cold, and I will take joy in that.
What's the point? What's your point on that? I mean,
So,
I'm just
I'm saying you deserve it.
so Twitchly Switch, if
Wow.
no one stops in
that's a
on
good
the
point.
side of the party,
Yeah.
Nope.
sniffs off the lower
Fine
parts of
with
his
this.
ankles. Alright. And
I
Zuga's
don't
passed
consider
out.
people who are
voices in the
asleep
other
to be
room.
real people.
My
so.
revenge is complete.
Is there anywhere that
You
we
took
can
my
hide
gold
in
piece,
the room?
bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are the tents and stuff. Like they're like those people. It's probably pretty quiet. Like they're not approaching.
I become invisible.
What?
My
She's mastered the art of moving so
Yeah.
slowly as
So-
almost to be
You cannot
imperceptible.
detect.
You are Drax. But yeah, like there, you hear some talking. That's all you can really do from here. But if you get maybe close to the door, I mean, there's not much. It's just all ash and just kind of burned out wood on the walls, kind of. So not much in terms of places to hide. But you could probably run back to the tents if you need to get cover.
We could also orb the door over there and then try to get them to follow us through it to see if they disintegrate themselves. I don't have those orbs though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, who has
Wait,
the
who
orbs?
Who greedily
I think
took them
Lexi
all?
took them all.
I didn't take them.
I
No.
took them all.
All right,
Greedily.
he's got them all.
And I have a lot of
He's passed
shit in my bags.
out. He's weighed down with stuff. That's actually
With
he's passed
rocks.
out. He's just weighed down.
With random rocks.
And you're gonna start rolling a disadvantage for all the stuff you've been
I
carrying.
know. Barrels and barrels.
Yeah.
So can we hear anything of what they're saying?
If you get close to the door, you can, unless you get a really good perception check.
All right, I'll get closer, but I'm tiny.
Well, since I rolled that nat
Yeah.
20 perception check, did that include you being able to hear them?
We'll say that you caught some kind of words about, the masters from the temple have disappeared, communication stopped, and that's all you hear, though, because it kind of just comes and
I
goes.
relay that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm snoring.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you get closer to the door,
I do.
you see a few acolytes dressed. Hoobity boobity doobity doo. Oh wow, this is such a nice and cozy place. There's a hot tub room there.
It's what made you fall asleep again?
Put on those
The
rings.
ring. I think they were a ring or
So you
something.
see somebody that looks
So
like
people
this,
can
Oh.
sleep more
with some kind of cool fiery robes, and they are whispering to each other. There's two of them, and they say, the master below is still safe, but with our news cut off from the other temples, we cannot be certain if there are forces moving against us.
Maybe
They're
we
kind
should
of
let them
going
know we're
on.
definitely not forces working against them. Definitely not.
Can I try to take the ring off of Zuga?
Yep.
The rings, you mean? There's two rings.
Whichever one you put on that made you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Can I take it off?
Yep. You take the ring off. Zuga wakes up.
Oh, so which one was the sleeping one?
You should try it on and see.
Yeah, I'm putting the wooden one.
You fall asleep.
Can you help me?
I take it off again and put it in my pocket.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So Wexley has a ring of sleep.
Yay!
And I have a ring of made of metal for I don't know what.
A ring of sound sleep, and then you have a brass ring.
Brass ring.
I like that joke.
What?
You said a silver
That
rings.
wood in your...
No,
Is
that's
it
really
brass?
bad.
Okay.
There's no wood in your pocket? Wood in your pants?
Okay.
Date night, right?
Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I was
really
like, I
bad.
knew that. It
It
was
was really bad. I feel.
I got you this great new jewelry from whatever.
So what's that, Doc?
Put it on and have a drink.
Let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
Is there cultist like robes in Can we disguise ourselves like a cultist with the thing?
In the temple, like you feel like the encampment doesn't belong to those cultists. That encampment is more. It was probably some of the people from above that came down here and like tried to figure out what the heck was going on and then left.
Okay.
Or were abducted. So there's not any of the cultist gear there, but they are. There are two cultists that you can see in that other room, and they and then you guys didn't investigate, okay? And then
Are they gonna walk this? Like, are they just hanging out? Are they coming this way?
they are talking, but you see them. How you? Well, you guys, we'll see.
We
You're
can,
pretty
like,
close.
We can like sneak
there
attack
a-
them as they come through the door and just like
Are
take,
they
like, a
through an
pan and
arch?
hit them.
Like
You see them by a
protect-
table with a lot of really strange gear on it. You see like something that has like an extended reacher tool. You see like kind of like all these weird like kind of mechanical tools on this
Also,
table.
torture chamber.
Oh, if they're coming this way, we can just wait with like a frying pan and.
They're
hit
not.
them
They're
in the
just
face.
talking in the room.
Okay, so I'm trying
Maybe we can
all
make a
the.
noise for them to come out. We can hit them with a frying pan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
certainly could.
I'm trying all the stone I have on the archway, launching with little rocks to see if they're zapped.
On the archway, yeah, they
Yes.
are zapped. They
Yeah,
little tiny rocks.
I
yeah.
have the 3 other round stones. I'm
Mhm.
trying them. I'm putting them all 3 and see if the one is good.
So you put one of the other stones. So like yeah,
Yes.
because they have the symbols in there.
Yeah, I'm just
So you put.
crossbreed the thing.
So in what order? So you match them up and put them in
Oh yeah, one by one, randomly.
randomly.
I guess this one first.
So you put it in there. You put it in there.
Yes. And then I launch a
The
rock.
rock, it still cooks.
Okay, the other
So
one.
you put the stone in there, and then you put the other stone in there. You throw a rock, it still cooks.
Okay, the last one I have, which is not the carrot. He had the carrot.
Yeah. You put the last one in which side? So you're matching them up, right?
Yeah.
So where do you put the
there's
carrot?
like four-
No, there's only two. There's only two openings. These are the symbols that are in them. Sorry, that's the symbol for that. That's the symbol for that. So there's only two openings.
Yes.
So you put the symbols to you like those two openings. But
Yeah,
still,
I matched those
Yep,
two.
but still nothing happens.
Huh. I put the other one, like match the other way around.
No, nothing changes. Still burns.
Okay, there's only 6 combinations with all the 3 stones I have. I'm
So
trying them all.
you try all the different stones. Nothing works.
Okay.
I feel like you've been bamboozled.
Yes.
I feel lied to. I feel hoodwinked.
So
I feel not
as
safe.
you're by the door, you see from inside
Your feelings
Yes.
are valid.
a enormous chest, a few big chests, and there's diamonds and things.
You can't just
dripping
look at
out
my
of
big
them.
chest like that, Jeffrey.
Wait, where are
A
these
big
chests?
hairy
And
chest.
and it seems like a room that's guarded for a reason, right? Like it seems to have some kind of valuable items stashed away in here. No, not. He put them each in once, and none of them worked.
Each them once? No.
I feel like that
Make
means
sure
there's
the
more to this
combinations.
puzzle because you had to clarify that he put him in once.
Yeah.
I'm putting them both together, matching the symbols.
You put them into the symbols again.
Yeah.
All right.
Is the thing going to explode or not at the end?
You throw a rock in, it still sizzles. Because you put them both in again,
Yes.
right?
At the same time?
Oh no, yeah, I'm so now they're both may be activated separately. Yeah, at the same time. I did that at the same time. So now I'm trying just one,
Same.
just the one on the right,
The one on the right.
launching the thing, and then I'm activating the both at the same time.
So you put the one on the right in,
Yes,
and then what happens?
launching a rocket.
So then you launch a rocket, it rolls through safely.
Wait, so what did he do?
Okay,
What did he
they are activated separately.
Oh.
What? What do you mean?
No, because I put the rocks randomly, they were activated separately, both holes.
What?
So I put just one, and I got lucky. Otherwise, I would have to put them both at the same time.
I'm very
It's like
confused.
two light switch, and they activate separately.
What activates?
Okay, it's okay. You have like.
We're simple-minded, folks.
Mikkel's figuring it out though, if that helps. That's a good hint. But yeah, so then you roll the rock through, it rolls through safely.
Okay, I'm rolling like a tent in it.
What's that?
A tent in it, just to be double check.
You're gonna make a bunch
You
of
threw the
noise.
tent in
Make
there?
a bunch of noise when we got
So
creeper.
yeah,
and-
roll me or I don't know, if you don't want to be stealthy, you didn't say, so
You're fucking us, Zugga.
and you see,
I'm just here.
oh god, whatever must have got them must be down here now. And you hear footsteps start coming in. You don't get a surprise.
Hey
round
guys,
as
come in,
everybody
come
roll
in,
initiative.
come in
Okay,
through
fine,
the portal.
Okay, so you're gonna do a quick move. Okay, so you have as a party, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to make this decision. He's telling
Yes.
you to go into the portal and where that room is. as fast
Yes,
as you
let's
can,
go
the
through
treasure.
that room.
Alright, I go.
Right,
In.
you go, you're in.
I go.
29, 28, you're
Yes, I
in.
go.
27. Okay. So
Okay,
all
and
into that room.
I'm locking the door from the other side.
Yeah, so they have on the other side as you go in. There are the same two symbols.
Yeah, I'm putting them both.
Yep. So you put them in. You put them. Oh yeah, you put them both in.
One.
Okay, you put one in. You throw a rock through. It sizzles again. You see the guys run up to the door and they start. You see they run up to the door.
And I'm saying very loudly, "Oh, we found the treasure! Let's go, guys!" And turning my back to the door.
So go ahead and roll me deception.
Good thing.
Can they do the deception instead of me?
These guys aren't like.
Good
the
thing we were able to
smartest.
get through that door, huh? It was so satisfying when we were able to unlock it with no problem whatsoever.
Oof.
Big oof.
What's my deception? Oh, I have +0, so it's a 4.
Well, I got a nat 20, so he's like, wait, it's a trap.
What? Oh, there's people behind.
Okay, and then so now one of them like leans over and he extends his hand out, and a flame blast flies towards you.
Trying to escalate it, I guess.
Yes. So go ahead, and it's going to be a spell attack. Does a 16 hit?
I think.
So the flame blast can get through the
So yeah, everybody
barrier.
roll me initiative, by the way, because that's going to be the that'll be the. I'm just going to give him only one surprise round. Well,
It
he's
doesn't
shooting-
hit.
16 doesn't hit?
No.
So the flame blast goes through the door, it bursts into like a bigger gout of flame, and just plows through the far wall.
Okay.
Just, like, literally drills a hole through the wall.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one stone and open and close the door depending on what people are doing.
Okay.
So if they attack the same way, I'm going to try to open the
Alright,
door.
I'll treat that maybe as a concentration spell.
Okay.
So you'll have to always stay by the door.
Yeah.
If during this fight. So,
Do I need
Do
to
I
roll
initiative?
initiative?
yeah, everybody roll initiative.
11.
So Zuga is going to be right. I should make a bigger map of this.
Initiative of 17.
Alright. 17?
Yes.
21.
12.
Alright, so, bigger version of this room. Here's the treasure room. Here's the door. Actually, it's a little too big. Here's the door. There are the slots, tunnel,
I'm
slots
not,
on the other side, and the guys on that side.
So the slots are on the side, so I don't even are in line of sight.
Yeah, so you're right here, and you're out of line of sight. Everybody else, there's these huge kind of coffers of stuff. On that side, everybody else is in here. I'll use the Diablo dice for you guys. These are the two assailants, and then we got 4 of your
Who
knuckleheads.
have
All right.
spell attacks?
I have spell attacks.
Not me.
I
have some.
I have a few.
All right, so Zuga's by the door. You got a 17 in it. Foxy,
No, I got an 11.
an once? Wow. Then why did you lie to me and say 17?
I did 17.
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna slip. Let me find my pen because I'm a hot mess today. All right, so Zuga 17. So you'll have to probably use your first action to stop that. To start like managing the door as a concentration spell.
Okay.
Fox, you got an 11. So that's Feather Widget. Lexley,
12.
12. Switchy switch.
21.
21. Good gracious. And then let me see what my homie's got. Okay. Oof. Okay. So, Twitchy Switch. You see these two cultists standing by the door, hands extended, ready to start some trouble. What do you do? I'm gonna go look at the stats here.
The door's currently closed.
Zero.
Oh.
You should invite them through, just again. I think it's fine.
They already kind of know that we're all up in their business. I will. How far away from the door are they?
They are maybe 5 feet. They're pretty close. They kind of like stopped right up close to it before they caught on to Zuga's ruse.
Alright, I will poison spray them.
All right. You guys have any moves that can push or pull people? No. Right.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
We can try to catch them with a cord while the door is open and then pull them back.
I have a better idea.
All right. So you're doing poison spray.
No, I'm
You're changing. Okay.
Because I came with a better plan. I'm going to click my ring
Okay.
and use my movement. I don't think I can, because that is probably my action, right?
We'll say the ring is a bonus action.
Okay, but I have to use my bonus. I'd have to use next round's bonus action to get back into this world.
Yeah.
So I will go sort of around where the energy of the door
Yeah.
is.
So as you shift into the ethereal plane, you see the walls kind of fade, and there's this like glowing bar of red light around where that door is, but you're able to walk around.
Yeah, so I go around it and I position myself behind where the guys are, and I will hold there until my next turn.
Okay. Now it is on the second acolyte. He's going to extend a hand. Oh yeah, so he's going to use his multi-attack heavy crossbow. And he is going to aim at Wexley, who's the one that's kind of standing most obviously.
Is it a magical crossbow?
Yeah, it's a flaming weapon. It's his
Oh, okay.
special ability. So his crossbow bolt bursts into flame, or his crossbow bursts into flame, takes 2 attacks. Does a 18 hit?
Nope.
What? Wow.
Does
That's nice.
a 19 hit?
Nope.
He's got that dank plate on right now.
Jeez. So
he's like,
gonna-
well, I guess I'm not going to go after him the rest of the game.
Your turn now. Right.
So the arrows zing off your plate, even though they're kind of supercharged. They go through that activated door, and they kind of dig holes into the walls. Now it is on Zuga.
I'm concentrating.
Yeah, but
On
you
the-
can still do actions while you concentrate. You just can't leave. You have to initiate the concentration spell. So you're gonna be managing the door. as
I'm
your
managing the
concentration
door,
spell.
yes.
Yeah, as your concentration spell. Okay, cool. So now it's the first acolyte again. He's gonna extend his hand.
I'm
and do
removing the
another-
door
What's that?
to remove the supercharge.
Yeah, so you remove it. Okay. Yeah, so you remove the supercharge. He's going to extend his hand towards Feather Widget, who is still in line of sight, and does a 13 hit.
No.
Yeah, he does a shitty one. Okay, so then another firebolt. They're just freaked out. They're missing. They're going bananas. I mean, they're
Don't shoot the trigger!
Wait, so you deactivated the
Yeah,
door?
why did you
Yeah.
deactivate it?
No, I'm going to I can deactivate it like
Yeah,
by
reactivate
person.
it, yeah.
So you can like cut them. Try to axe them, and then the next time that's their turn, I'm going to reactivate. Or
So yeah, so he's kind of switching it on and off.
I'm sacrificing my
when-
turns
when
to
he
just
can manage
be
it.
there, ready.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Now it is on Wexley.
I guess I will cast.
Reactivating the door.
Yeah, so you turn the door back on.
I will cast Sacred Flame on the one who shot an arrow at me. So he needs to make a Dex 16 saving throw.
These are not the most dexterous folks ever. Nope, does a 12 will not do.
Okay, so then it's 2d8 radiant damage.
Oof.
Get ready.
Get
That's not a lot.
radiated, boys and gals.
Lost ready?
Four.
Radiant.
And 6, so 10 damage.
It's for both of them or just for one?
That's for both.
10 damage.
For both?
Well, both of my die, because it's 2d8.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah,
10 total.
So one guy takes 10 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast second level spiritual weapon.
Okay. So one of them is like, oh, the light of heavenly power, and squeals, and the other one, kind of crouches down and gets more serious. All right, now it's on Feather Widget.
Okay. I'm just gonna enter a rage, nice little cozy rage, and swing my great sword.
I'm removing the door.
Whoever's
You open the
supposed
door.
to.
She's opening the door for you.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna run out. You're gonna use your movement. One. I'm using kind of these little cubes.
Can
Don't I
I-
get to
although-
use
Although
this?
I probably can't come back, can I?
5, 6,
Oh,
I mean,
7.
you can use your javelin.
He can switch the door for you.
Just to open just use your javelin.
What's that?
Your javelin?
Oh,
Wait, don't
do
I
too
get
much
to use the
damage.
spiritual weapon attack that I just cast as my bonus action? Or is casting it a bonus action, then I have to wait till the
I think
next
it's casting. It's a bonus action.
turn? Okay. So I have to wait till the next turn to...
I think so. I
Okay.
think so.
Alright.
Okay, so you've
if
passed
your
the
things
door
are
the
still
other
together.
way.
I'll just do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't really specify.
So first attack.
So you run through while he opens it. Feather Widget runs through the other side of the room. Do you shut it out behind her?
After me, it's his turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm closing the door after
So you
her.
shut it behind her.
Okay.
The field snaps back to life.
So first attack is
But now
a
she's standing in front of him.
24.
She's between him and the door.
The only
When you
one
attack
person
them
is
from the
spaced out.
side.
So she's right here. She came to the side of this guy because it would be. I just figured it would be bad strategy for her to get in front of both of them because then they would have 2 attacks on her without movement. So she got to the side of this guy. This is the one I think that Adam damages the triangle, and so I just figured you'd attack that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
First attack's a 24.
That'll hit.
Are you the triangle or
Second
the
attack
10?
is not gonna make it. It's a 10. Okay. So
You're the small one. Up.
15 points of damage.
So you have 24. All right.
Yeah.
So 15 points of damage to the already wounded guy. So you know this kind of just enormous barbarian woman runs through, slashes him up. Math is
Crossbow might be
hard.
interesting.
Huh?
You're using crossbow.
So you can tell this guy he's starting to
Because you
show
have
a
a
little bit
shotgun
of...
that, through fire.
Do you want another beer?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Anybody beer? Wine? Booze?
Good.
Yeah, so you can tell this guy's looking a little like beat up. But he's still standing. Now it is on. Switch.
Alright. So I'm gonna pop out,
Yep.
you know, I don't know, 5, 8 feet behind this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and just full charge, shoulder down, try
Okay.
to knock him straight through the door.
So, with that description, I would tell you to roll strength. Is there another acrobatic way you would want to approach that?
I could, but how far is he from the door?
Oh, he's maybe like 2 or 3 feet.
And how tall is he?
He's, we'll see right here.
Tall enough that if I knock him over, he'll fall through.
Yeah, he's human. I mean, he's human. He's normal.
Okay, cool. Then
Like
in that
6
case,
foot.
then I'm going to basically I'm going to peek because I'm short, so
Yeah.
I'm going to peer below him and like right kind of at his ankle and just and try to like
Flip him,
yeah,
flip
flip
him
him.
backwards. Okay, cool. That roll acrobatics. I will. Dex saving.
Just try to
Oof.
put a spike in
Oof.
his butt and...
Well,
Oof.
26.
So you just grab this guy by the heels, flip him upward. He reels. He's not doesn't seem very coordinated. He was kind of the mage, anyways, and those guys are never known for being that acrobatic. Hands kind of reeling. He leans forward, and his head just hits the door and bursts into flame, and body goes limp, and the head is
Nice.
suddenly vanished. The other guy sees what's happened, kind of reorients himself as a reaction, and this one will stand a little bit further away from the door.
So you got another opportunity?
Huh? Yeah. He got a what?
He goes away.
Yeah, I guess you do get an attack of opportunity on the guy as he reacts.
And then so I will take my
So he's going to move over here, and actually Feather Witcher does too.
I do?
You get an attack
I
of
thought he was
opportunity
coming
because he's moving away from you.
Open the door and I'm looting
Do I
the
have to
treasure.
roll for that, right?
So in that case,
That's a 24.
That'll hit.
that is a 27. What do those
9 points
d4s?
of damage.
9 points of damage for you.
And then that is 9 points of damage for me.
Oh, wow.
Twins.
Nailed it.
Okay, so then now it is this guy's turn, and
Still
he now that
alive.
he's disengaged. Well, I think.
Okay.
So now that he's disengaged, he is going to make a run for the door. So I'm actually going to.
Which one?
I'm going to let you guys have thrown in the already damaged guy. Hold on. Let me see. Alright, so then he is going to start making a run for it. So he's going to use all his movement in his sprint to start heading out.
I'm opening the door
Back
and
towards the big
sprinting.
room. Yeah, so then I'm going to
I'm
try
trying
to
to
go back
lo-
to the bigger map.
Can
What's
I
that?
try to launch a javelin and hit him?
Yeah, so you turn the door off. You've pocketed your stones. I'll call it your bonus action because that was a concentration spell.
Yes.
So you're going to use your movement to get out here.
Yes, to be in the line
So you'll
of
be
sight.
right about here, line of sight, I think, with your full
Yes.
movement. And then that's how
I
many
want
little
to throw a
squares is that?
javelin.
It's maybe like 30 feet for a
That's...
javelin throw is what you're going to have, or maybe 40 feet.
Let me see. Where's the javelin? Just javelin limits.
So I'm kind of counting those as like little 5-foot squares.
Actually, 30 feet.
Yeah, we'll say 30 feet because he was
Okay,
struggling.
let's try it. Launch that. Does a 1 hit?
I'm gonna say you take a javelin throw, but it goes wide and kind of lodges itself into some like the burnt kind of like coal of the wall.
He actually he threw the javelin like a shot put. It just wasn't working out.
Yeah. Man, together. It's interesting. Anyways, now it is on. Now it is on. Oh, the first guy's dead now. It is on Wexley.
Okay,
So
so I'll
he just
just
shrugged off some arrow blasts.
right. So the door's open now, right?
Yeah, the door's
Yes,
open.
Okay, so
He runs forward first into flame.
If I'm running fast enough, the door won't register I'm here.
okay, so I'll go run after him, and then cast the Sacred Flame again
Yep.
as he's running away. So it's another Dex 16 saving throw,
Okay, and what's your range on that?
60 feet.
So,
Nice.
what a crappy
That's
saving
far.
throw. So you run, you're going to just get to the entrance here, but you probably will still have line of sight, and you said 60 feet? Alright, that's just going to slide. Alright, so he fails. How much damage do I take?
So it's another 2d8.
Oof, might
8.
bring him down.
Oh wait, that's a 3.
Do we want to question him?
Oh, and 1, 4.
4?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's still up.
With his state, he's not running very fast.
Yeah, he's limping. I'll say he's running a little slower than average, maybe like 20,
Okay.
20 per.
How far away did he run from where the other guy was?
Died. He ran his full sprint, so because he was wounded, that was 40 feet.
Ugh, I can only move my spiritual weapon 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I moved
Get
that
it.
halfway to him.
Riggedy right.
Alright, the spiritual weapon starts heading towards him, and you said you did 4 damage.
Yes.
So that's
How do you know you did
It's 2d8.
Alright,
I got a 3.
now is on. Well, you guys have a lot of time.
Okay.
You guys have a few more turns. And now is on Feather Widget.
Cool. I
You're
probably
running
can't
40
get to
feet.
him, so I'll probably just throw a javelin.
Okay, do you want to use move to get close? Or do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
just-
do.
Yeah. Alright, so this
Check
Feather
40
Widget,
feet of movement.
you were the cube, and so you're going to run 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then there's your javelin range right there.
Okay.
He's only moving 20 per, so you'll be able to catch up with him next.
Okay.
Can we
17?
run in front of him and scare him to go into the door?
Ah, burns again.
17 hit.
17 will just connect.
Okay, that's my first attack. Second is also no, that's not gonna. All right, so. Woo. 9 points of damage.
Okay, he's still up, but he's he's kind of like dragging his arm behind him, trying to get as far away from you guys as he possibly can. And he starts saying, "Master, Master, they're attacking us!"
Also,
The
there's
ones
someone
from
just
above.
behind, huh?
Huh?
So there's someone just behind.
Or he's screaming that you don't know if it's you don't know where that person he's calling to is, but he's trying to like be as loud as possible because it's
Courtney
it's
and I are
possible that
going to
person's
adopt
far
this
away.
dog.
What?
We got
What?
approved. She just texted me.
Oh wow.
What?
We're adopting a little pup.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Eh?
that's cute.
Nice, not a cat, but
No.
you know.
Uh-huh.
No, there he is.
Was it difficult to get the approval from your landlord?
No, because it's the very dog friendly apartment.
Oh, nice.
That's your new place, right?
Uh huh.
One of the prerequisites.
Just warm up the
Yes.
children, huh?
Shut your mouth.
You shut your communism out.
Okay.
Anyways, oh yeah, so he's looking really rough. Now is on Twisted Switch.
Do I have can I get line of sight on him
Mhm.
anymore?
You can. It's gonna be for you right now. Yeah, you just it's about 100 or it's about 60, 70 feet for you now.
Okay, so I'll move closer. I have 25 feet of movement speed, and then I will take a short bow shot, which has a range of 25.
He's about there. Right. Yeah, that'll just hit. All right. This might.
Well, it's probably not going to hit Because that is a 2 plus 9, so 11.
It's gonna miss.
I guess you would.
Don't you have a bonus action?
I have a bonus action if I am using my daggers.
Oh, okay.
I can use a bonus action. to
So
take a
he is
second.
gonna keep going. He's gonna go back into that big room, and he is gonna be screaming for his master. But in that big room, there is no one there. But there is another entry. Where did I put the first map?
Is there another door with symbols in it?
No, that one's just a normal door. This one had symbols because it was guarding some valuable things.
Yeah.
So.
Let's just kill the guy really fast so we can go
So-
to the valuables.
Yeah, so he's just getting past the tents to this door here. Everybody else is over there. He's almost dead, so I'm not going to go and put all the individual people down. So he's just getting back to that original door. Now it is on, and he's going to use a sprint, so now it is on Zuga.
So can I use my movement action to go as near as close as possible, and then my attack action as to rush into him, like just tackle him.
You won't be able to do that. You probably have to use a ranged attack.
Yeah. I don't
Or-
know how
or you would
many.
do a sprint to go double your movement.
I don't know how many javelins.
He
I
only
have.
moved 40.
Yes. Yeah. You're right.
Can you recover a javelin from? Because like the one you threw just on the ground.
On the way? Can I pick my javelin on the way as a?
Sure, we'll let that be a bonus action. You're running, you grab the javelin from the ground.
So now I just have my attack action.
Yeah.
I can try it. 13 plus javelin, it's plus 9. So 13 plus 9, it's 22.
That'll hit.
Yeah. And the six plus
Can
five.
you finish him off? This
Does he have at least 5 points of damage? Because I'm like 4 plus 5, 9.
Just barely. He says, you see him say, "Master, master," and then javelin comes out of
Okay.
his head. He
I'm
goes,
taking my javelin and running back to the
"Oh, do you want to
valuables.
keep him alive for question?
I don't know.
Did
Might
you
be too
guys decide?
Oh, I
that?
had mentioned it earlier, but I
So he's
couldn't
like
agree
on the
it.
verge of dying. Let's
We
just
don't have
carry
to,
him
because I
and
think it was
Fucking
just
let
one
him
who said
die.
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's. And then he dies. Alright, so now you are in this room. The treasure chamber is open. You see 2 really beautiful chests of treasure.
Share the treasure.
I'm all for beautiful chests.
I mean, who isn't?
Are they locked?
So what you find is the equivalent in golden jewels of 300 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
And then in one small... Everybody roll 1d4.
Yeah. Me.
3.
Have you seen my D20? How dare you?
So 300 you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what did you guys get on your d4?
Oh yes,
I
D4.
got 3.
Sorry.
I got a 2.
I got 2.
So you all walk up. So you, Featherwidget, notice a smaller little... Or who else got a 3? There's 2 3s.
Just
That's it. There's just you. All right. So you notice in the wall kind of like a smaller little chest, and it's just kind of almost embedded into the wall.
I tried to open it.
So as you pull it open, go ahead and roll me a dex saving throw.
I have advantage.
You're gonna
Let's
die.
see. Let's see. Is an 18 enough, or should I roll again?
I roll
with
again.
advantage. Okay. That's exactly the same.
All right. So you take half damage from a blast of flame that gushes out of this tiny little like golden box, and you're gonna take. No, that's not much, is it? 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then within you'll see a small ring that looks like it's almost, actually no, I think it's an amulet. Small amulet that almost looks like it's made out of like fire, and it's kind of this
What?
glowing red amulet.
I take.
So as you pick it up, it's really hot.
That's
So you're gonna
fine.
take a small
I'm tough.
damage. We'll just give you. That'll be because let's see, you got half. That'll be another 3 points of fire damage, As you pick up this amulet, and it's yeah.
Worth.
Yeah. So and it still seems to be burning. All right. So.
Nice.
Do I know what it does yet, or I have to tune? Okay. Just thought I'd check.
Was there
You can
anything?
try to put it on and see what happens.
I'll wait.
Was there anything on the cultist? I want to try to fire
Those.
bow thingy.
Yeah. So when he died, his weapon returned to a normal crossbow. It's a magical spell that he was imbuing his crossbow with.
Oh, okay.
But as you look, they have. As you search the bodies, they have. Where
cats.
is it?
Cats. Death
They
cats on
have a
them.
breastplate. They have like a chain metal breastplate, and then they have, just a heavy crossbow.
Someone wants a heavy
And one of them
crossbow?
has a long sword.
Okay.
I can't use any of those things.
What you do find though is a small piece of paper that is rolled up in one of their pockets.
I found the paper.
So
I can go to the restroom finally.
Yeah, I found the bathroom pass.
You don't know how to read.
Where do you see your weapon
Wait,
proficiencies?
that's racist. It's not every half form.
Where do you see your
Don't
weapon?
know how to
Oh no,
write.
just you.
Just me.
Yeah, like what
Okay, I
weapons
give
you
him the
can use.
paper.
To read.
Read it.
So Twisty Switch reads the paper, and it says, our progress here is
That's
slow.
what
We need
happens.
more resources.
Oh.
The
under
room
features
protecting
or
the staff is too well guarded, and it says like even the master has had trouble this week breaking the.
I tell
spell.
Soga it's a grocery list.
Yeah, he says it's a grocery list.
Can I read?
What does your thing say? You probably have literally. I mean, if you're
I'm
not-
pretty sure.
I don't know. It's your character sheet.
What's the skills? No.
I'm sure most characters can read unless you're in. I'm gonna say if your intelligence
Is it in
over,
common, halfling, or
your
orc?
intelligence is over 5. I'm gonna say you can read.
Yeah, so is it in common, halfling, or orc? Is it in common?
It's in common.
Okay. So if I read behind his back, like over his shoulder.
Yeah, you see that it's not a shopping list.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Continue.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Wait, is a heavy crossbow a simple weapon?
yeah, it's a simple weapon. It's just a straight up. He
Okay.
imbued his with special magics.
Take it, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think I want it.
Alright, so you grab a heavy crossbow and you are now using it.
Oh, I use my. No, wait. There. I use my trident of revival on the guy I killed last.
You have to try it.
Everyone's asking, which one of the Diablo? Who is the Diablo dice? It's like these guys are the Diablo dice.
Remember the trident I stole from the water temple?
The trident that you stole from the water temple. Who got that? Was that you?
Yeah.
And it's probably still in your inventory. You have a lot of stuff. You're gonna start getting some disadvantage, my friend. For just like this huge pack.
I
of
loot everything. I take everything.
Dragging his bag behind him like Santa Claus.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah, so I want to say you're gonna have disadvantage on strength checks.
Hey, wait, I
In our
have used
other
a barrel of
D&D?
whiskey, a book of. Did I give the book or not? The Book of Doom.
Probably not.
You're carrying a barrel of whiskey.
I put it down every time there's a.
Just that alone is encumbering you.
In our other D&D game, somebody tried to loot the corpse in the middle of a battle.
I mean, that's
They got in
wise.
trouble.
I mean, it depends. If you have loot hoarders in your group, that's not a bad strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we I forget what we did.
Yeah,
we were
people
gonna let
bad
him
loot
die and
hoarders.
then
I thought we were bad loot hoarders, and then I put it this other group, and I was like, oh man, these guys take loot very seriously. Another group.
Life's so much easier when you
Yes.
just don't care about
I
loot.
do have a
yeah,
Yes.
she likes that.
chin shark.
She pretends she doesn't, but she does.
It's you, my friend.
Hi, Cat.
I accept his presence. She's like, now once he sits down, I will jump. Yep. She's like,
Okay.
Like freedom.
No, love
Like,
me.
freedom, please. Freedom. Anything freedom.
So you have disadvantage on strength check?
Does my claws hurt?
No.
Okay, that's good.
I think you know what are strength checks for you? Those,
Okay.
There's another barbarian.
Those are great
elf.
axe swings, my dude.
They're not
Attack
strength
rolls.
check.
Attack rolls are checks.
Huh? Attack rolls are what?
Technically
Strength
checks.
checks.
For him, it's technically a strength check.
Yeah. For my bard, it's a charisma check for spells. Anyways, just food for thought. one is overburdened. Okay, so as you look into the room where these guys were,
Many things. I just have the barrel.
you see that tool of instruments where you initially looked in and saw everybody. And then as you look further in, you see spell books open, you see a lot of like what looks like research. And then you see doors opening up, one this way,
Can I do an Arcana
and
check on the
one
books?
path this way. Yes, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
I believe in you.
20.
So as you're looking over the books, most of them seem to be almost research, as in they're looking for something, Arcana related. One of the books, however, has to your arcane senses, a slight ethereal, ruddy red glow.
Kill it with fire.
So
But I can't detect anything more than that.
you can take that book.
I just
Yeah.
put my hand on it first. Does anything
Yeah,
happen?
it's a book.
Okay, take it.
Yeah, you take the book. You would have to. So you have a spell book, but you do not know what it does. You would have to spend some long rests deciphering it.
Okay.
Are there
Just a long rest to
are
read a
there
full book.
quills and paper
That's a-
and stuff around as well?
Yeah, there's paper and all sorts of stuff all over the place.
I want to leave a note
Yeah.
that just says, "Hypochondrius was here, bitches."
So you write that down
I do.
successfully.
And I draw, to the best of my abilities, a likeness of Hypochondrius.
Can you also just say, I hypochondria's like poop?
I
Yes.
could. Not gonna. I could.
Okay,
It's
so
funny because he doesn't like
he
poop,
doesn't.
guys.
Oh, I get it now.
That is a joke. Yes.
So
My
you.
intelligence isn't very high, guys.
So you guys give me an Arcana check.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not my strong suit.
My Arcana is +0.
19.
5. Get wrecked.
My D&D Beyond crashed. I
let's try
found their error page. Oh no, you have discovered a portal to a new plane where things are not working as intended. The error that sent you here has been logged in the D&D Beyond team that will hit the forge and make the repairs. You can refresh the page to restore things to normal.
okay.
What was this?
13, I think.
So Wexley realizes that this is a lot of these spell books, especially since you already did an Arcana check. A lot of these spell books are about breaking an enchantment. Everything is kind of about trying to break an enchantment, and it seems like it's a certain fire enchantment that everyone's been trying to.
It would make sense with the fact that they're trying to access the
We're
stuff.
trying to break some type of enchantment.
Like the stuff.
That other note did say
Prediction.
they were quite close to getting the staff, which I assume is the other half of the puzzle that
In
we're
order
looking
to
for.
We can wait for them to break the enchantment and then we jump on them.
I mean,
Because
I agree. Letting them do the work does seem like a great plan.
Yeah,
I for
yeah.
one,
Too bad we killed them.
I mean, technically, I'm allergic to work. If I'm
I'll
honest.
say, let's say, just go back to the, to the bar and drink for a week and then come back and
Go
see.
back, grab a pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
I have whiskey.
The Winchester?
The Winchester. Head to the Winchester, grab a pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
I do have whiskey.
That is true.
That's true.
Okay. So
Sure,
what I'm
I've got red on you.
when I'm doing, I take a few books, like 5,
Yeah.
and I'm in by pouring a little bit of whiskey on it so they're very inflammable.
Okay, so you have 5 whiskey log books, and now you, because you are carrying 5 big books, your strength is at double disadvantage. So you have to roll 3 times.
I'm
to take
the
lowest
first
on strength checks.
the first thing I'm going to do is throw them, brick
Sure.
them open and use
So
them
you're-
as
you're-
a.
Okay, so your movement and your strength are going to be pretty inhibited because you are overtaxed at this point. But you do have a lot of things. But you have the books for now. And they can be your initial grenade. Okay, so you guys came through here, went to the treasure room. Okay. So, yeah, you're in this room where there are these 2 hallways branching out. You don't hear any more voices, but you sense that there are more people around here. But they are probably hard at work somewhere. And this was kind of like the researcher / break room for these guys. So there's a door kind of leading this way, a door leading to the right, and you can investigate those if you want to get a sense of what's going on or what
Did
happened.
the arch, we kept open and closed, they were like glued to the door, to the wall. They're not movable.
The arches, yeah, those are you can't lift them up.
That would have been fun to just move another door. Open.
You can't try. Unfortunately, it might be a
Quadruple
little too much.
disadvantage.
Yeah. So those are actually just like molded into the wall. They're part of they're kind of like a huge stone, and the stone is almost a solid piece that extends through the porthole.
I see.
So it probably weighs several.
Do they have a mason's set around here?
Yeah, masons. Yeah.
Wait, so there's basically just 2 doors.
Yeah, and these are not guarded. There's nothing guarding them. There's 2 doors. You guys are standing all back here. So if you guys want to go up to investigate, you can. If you look further in, this seems to have
I would like to
winds
investigate.
around to a kind of a lava type chamber here.
Oh,
Okay,
so
so the lava one. Let's go check out the
You
lava
see some
one.
glowing
Seems
lava
promising.
here.
The door on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one, if you had investigated it,
Do we need to roll?
it
to
would be
investigate?
kind of like this.
No.
It kind of shrinks into a smaller hallway with more little doors. Like that.
I'm claustrophobic. Let's do the lava
Yep,
one.
lava
Yeah,
one sounds
see-
good.
I mean,
If I don't die.
if you
Okay.
do, it's fine.
Oh well, yeah.
We're gonna
I
need
lived
to.
well.
Yeah, we got lots
Ish.
of DM candidates.
So you guys are in a
Somewhere.
foundry.
Yeah. Right?
Hmm.
So noise, light, and noise, light, and heat issue from this massive chamber. Runnels of lava flow from holes in the west wall into bronze troughs. Heat shimmers, smoke, and steam rise toward the domed ceiling, escaping through vents. Staircases rise at opposite ends of the room, and a smaller passage exits to the east. And a Friti drives Azirs and Salamanders to make armaments while the fire cultists stand guard.
So they did they
So
sew us?
there's no. You guys have just kind of peeked in.
Can you throw that book on one of the salamanders just near the fire?
I could. I'm not going to, but yes, I could.
What? So let's attack them, or what do you want to do?
So it's up to you guys.
Did
You can
I
try to
say
sneak. So it's a little ways in,
lowering
so-
my voice?
So you see at the so these are kind of pathways. There are these runnels of lava here, and it's big. I mean, I'm kind of not drawing it to scale, but it's like probably like 2x. So you could probably sneak feasibly around the wall. There's a lot of pillars on this side that are holding up the support ceiling. In the back, these paths lead to a narrow staircase that goes downward.
Excuse me.
And then these kind of branch off into another hallway over this way. And then these stairways are the 2 stairways up.
Down. I say down.
Down we go.
I follow whatever the person that apparently cannot get struck goes.
That's right.
Yes.
Cannot be
You
struck.
go first, please. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
All right, so you guys go in
Yes.
and towards this deeper stairway.
Yes.
All right, so are you guys going to do that stealthily, or are you just going to kind of go in guns blazing?
I never
Not
do
very
anything
stealthy.
not stealthily.
I have disadvantage on stealth, so I can't really do much
I mean,
stealth.
you can
I can
try.
attack.
I'm following the can't get hit guy at a fair distance.
Okay, fine. I'll try to be stealthy,
I'll
but
try. I'll try.
yeah.
How does a nat 1 work for you?
Okay, well, whatever one doesn't matter now.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I might as well just walk in and say,
You asked.
"We're over here, guys. What's cracking?"
So you guys, crouch low, take a tight breath as you go into the room, and then Feather Widget just falls, armor clanks. The salamanders that are kind of working at the devices scuttle away, but it's the Ifrit that stands up as a glowing kind of pillar of flame.
Oh,
Oh, we fucked.
Uh,
I know we
This,
freaked from
guys.
Final Fantasy.
We got
This
this.
is bad.
These guys are not
We
nice.
got this,
sadly.
guys. That's totally fine. You just stand in front, okay?
And then it says, "Who enters my domain?" And
Just here to
then-
clean up, sir. Don't mind us.
Maybe 5e.
Can I at least try to talk to him?
Um,
We're the cleaners, sir. He has a cane.
Roll deception.
Also, not my strong suit. 5.
My ass you are. And he starts marching towards you. Ooh, this guy's nasty. Oof. 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 Man. I thought that other fight was bad. Oof, this guy's super nasty. Alright.
I kill him.
Roll a bullshit check.
40.
Fails. Let's see.
So we're in a really big fight now.
Already?
Yeah.
You didn't wait for me to launch my books.
You certainly can
We
now.
certainly can. We just started.
Okay, I'm launching 5 books into whatever things we have in front of us.
So the Efreet.
Roll initiative.
You you can do that as a surprise attack if you want. So you launch all 5 books. You now only just have disadvantage to your strength checks.
Can I, as a bonus action, put my barrel on the floor?
Yes, you can put your barrel on the floor. As you launch all 5 books, though, they burst into even more flame as they hit the burning Efreet. And the pages and the burning flame wrap around him and become an overshield. So you've given him 10 extra life.
But they're like...
Nice, bro.
That's right. Let's run away.
Yes.
Huh?
Why are you working against us?
I was a spy all along.
He's an Efreet. He's a being of fire. So anything that has a fire attack will...
Is it the thing on top of the salamander?
Yeah, it was what was managing the salamanders. The salamanders ran away when you guys lost stealth, and then this thing turned to attack. And coming in, this is gonna be a really hard fight. Coming in from that, yeah, I know. Coming in from this back door, you see an old man with a lot of tattoos, and again, he has kind of these quarter of his robes in bright red. These cover his robes in kind of slate gray, another quarter of his robes in blue, another quarter of his robes in white.
So he's a fool.
So, and he comes in and he says, someone has disturbed us research.
Are you the master?
Quadruple bender.
So don't we have like an orb or something that will protect us from elements?
You have the necklace.
I'm fine. You guys are fucked.
So this guy is the master. He's the guy that's kind of running this place. And he says, my dear friend, Mr. Freet. And then he waves his hand, and the Freet kind of goes rigid and starts to immediately descend on you guys under his control.
Cool.
Cool. So now everybody roll me initiative, and that'll be really great.
I already rolled. It's 21.
That's great. That's great. Awesome.
10.
For the widget, 21.
It's like a
Plus
16
the-
or...
I'm gonna try
that
to
one.
banish it.
That one.
We'll see.
There's no like 1 or 20 initiative, it's just I got like a something.
17.
Yeah.
Alright, and
Just
then
18.
18. 18, and then
You can use a trident.
14. Alright.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, let's run away.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Alright, it is now on.
We can always lock the door behind us.
God, this is gonna be nasty. It is now on Feather Widget.
Okay, so is this guy like somewhere I can attack him, or is he like floating over lava?
He's on these upper stairways. Oh, I should draw a smaller map, huh? Yep. Alright, flippy page. So, the lava room. Alright, so there is a smaller kind of staircase. Leads back here, and there is what looks like a pit of just darkness in here. And that's where the master is right now. And I'll make him this D4. This extends down this way, and there are these other kind of stairways up along these like chutes of lava. That way, and that way. And this kind of branches off to another room. And then there's this really big great hall this way. And then that branches off to another hallway. And then this is the great hall. And this is where you came in. And these are the pillars.
How big across is the room?
It's big. It's maybe like, I'm going to call these 5 feet each, so 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet across.
Where are we?
You guys are right at the door, so this is maybe like 80. That is maybe another 40 here. So they're going to have to come to you to attack anyways, but...
So, wait, we're here.
Yeah, you're right at the door. You all are coming in through the door.
Where's the Ifrit?
The Ifrit is by the lava where he was working.
Okay, so probably can't get there yet.
So they'll be closing the gap to you. I would, if you have ranged or any
Guess
preparation
javelin's
type
not great.
things.
I mean, rage.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be entering a rage, I guess, and then I guess I'll throw a javelin
Me
or
too.
2.
All right, so you're coming forward.
Yeah,
What's your movement?
40.
Oh, perfect. So you're halfway across. You could sprint. But yeah, okay, so you're halfway across. You're 40 feet away from the Ifrit.
Yeah, I rolled a 24.
That'll hit.
That's for my first one. The second one is higher than that, so
That will not hit.
yeah, so we got 17 points of damage altogether for both attacks. 9 plus 8.
All right, 17 points of damage. All right, so you throw a javelin. It kind of bursts, and you see it's kind of like the javelin's tip melts away, but it kind of takes a little bit of the flame that composes the Ifrit with it.
Okay.
So now it's a little bit below its base life now.
1% below its
How many damage did you do?
17.
Okay.
So now it is on. Who is this? It's on Zuga.
Okay, so I enter into a rage.
All right, you get really mad.
You
And
both
I'm a-
have rages?
We're both barbarians.
And then I'm throwing a javelin at the... How many? We have only 2...
There's 2 enemies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on one of the other Diablo dice. So you're over here still. We'll make it to D6.
Yeah, and I'm throwing a javelin at the thing near us.
Okay, you're throwing a javelin. So you're coming up towards Fox, and that's how much is your movement? 40.
Oh, I don't... Yeah, it's 40.
All right, so you're gonna go up right by where Fox is.
What is that?
I'm throwing a javelin.
I don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
starting with 5, I don't think. Javelin plus 9. So 14, doesn't it?
14. That is gonna miss.
What does she do? Is she likes chew toys?
Cats like to chew on things. Yeah.
Same.
You should see when I have a pen. She'll try and like.
Next. Fighting.
Yeah, sorry, I was staring at the cat. Now it's on the boss. I'm glad you reminded me. So he. Thankfully he's a little squishier.
Yes, you may pet me. You may worship.
Okay, so the old man at the top of the like the altar is gonna hold out his hands like this. 2 kind of like fire will congeal in one, and then stone will kind of like this kind of like dust will congeal in the other into 2 very sharp blades, and he extends them out towards Featherwidget and Zuga, and he's gonna attack each of you. So does a that'll hit 23.
Yes.
So for Zuga, does a 15 hit? All right. So the stone shard busts against the floor. The flame shard catches Zuga.
Can I have the stone shard instead?
Well, flame shard catches Zuga, does 5 points of fire damage, and I need you to roll me a d20, please.
8.
So the flame catches your whiskey barrel.
It's on the
Oh,
side.
you put it
I
down,
only-
down. Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right.
And I put it on like where those
Further
two
back,
are.
yeah. Okay. Good for now.
And I always launch all my books.
I'm just the arbiter of cause and effect. I'm not the bad guy here. All right,
Yeah.
so now it is on. I think I need that there. Now it is on Feather Widget.
I already
No.
went. You went first, I think.
It's gotta be.
I have not gone
I
yet.
haven't
Yeah.
either.
Oh, so it's on Wexley then. I think.
Yeah, because I'm dead last, because I got
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Is my wand of elemental summoning an action or a bonus action?
Wand of Elemental Summoning.
Yeah.
That would be a action.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try banishment on the Ifrit. So the target must succeed on a Charisma saving throw or be banished. So it's a Charisma 16 saving throw.
Nice.
Let's
It's a
see
4th
what's
level
awesome.
spell. This is costly.
How many 4-level spells do you have?
All right.
3.
So what do I have to make on the saving throw?
Charisma 16.
That's nice. If you can.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just
We'll see.
Because
I
we've
feel like
been
16 is
since-
not that crazy to beat.
No.
Unless they have 4 charisma already.
I have +3. Oof, but I got a 9.
Woo!
What happens? Do I
Okay.
just-
Is the target is the Ifrit native to this plane of existence or from another plane?
Um.
How many questions do you have?
I would kind of assume it would be not
Yeah, I
native.
would assume it
But-
would be from
Yeah,
It's
to
an
banish
elemental,
it.
yeah, so it's from the elemental plane.
Okay, cool. Not this plane. So, if the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied spaces that space is occupied. Otherwise, the target doesn't return.
So if he's within, so then what happens if he comes? So he'll either come back in a minute.
So basically, I need to. It's a concentration spell.
Oh, so you have to
Needs to
hold it for a
last.
minute.
I have to hold it for a minute.
Good to know.
So, and remember, you can still do other things while you're concentrating. It's just if you get hit, you have to roll to see if you keep your concentration.
Okay.
So that's
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Okay.
All right, the clock starts.
What, a round? Oh, yeah.
And,
So now we just gotta bone the old guy at the top before
Yeah.
the freak comes back.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Right?
gonna stay back. Try
Yeah.
not to get hit.
Yeah, so
So
the old
that
guy
plate comes
knows,
handy.
he just sees his enforcer disappear in front of him. And
That's
he
right.
sees Wexley with his hand
Coming for you
extended.
next.
And he looks at Wexley, and then he starts
Gonna
coming down the stairs.
Kick things, blow things up,
Yes. Kill things.
cause a ruckus.
Now, it was going to be the Ifrit's turn, but he's in another plane.
So he's back
So
at
now
home.
it's on Twisty Switch.
So he's back home. He's like, Mom, Dad.
I've missed you guys. They tortured me there.
10 seconds after that, it's like, oh shit.
I thought I'd never find you. There's a really great backstory. It's all written in here.
So, is this dude? Is he like fiery looking?
He seems to be mainly fiery, but he seems to have a lot of elemental things that are going on with him.
But he's a human.
He's human, but like his kind of like
Yeah.
his like skin has gotten some like because like all of these guys have been kind of modifying. So it
Alright.
seems to be kind of these like all his veins seem to be
The
almost like standing.
Quick
out
question
and
is, if we attack it with a normal weapon, is it half or not half?
you could do a check with your bonus action. You could do a history check or an
Only
arcana
you
check.
could know such things.
All right, I'm gonna ice knife this guy.
Ice knife, okay.
Basically, I just shoot ice shards at him.
All right.
Let's see. Okay, so I have to roll.
I got a d20.
That's not gonna do it. That's only an 8.
An Ocho, that is not going to do it indeed.
And then I will use my bonus action on my roguish action to hide myself.
All right, so now it is on Thunder Widget.
Oh, it's me. Okay, sorry. So now I'm like closer to this guy. Oh no, he's gone. Okay.
Yeah, the freak's gone. So this guy has vanished in the elemental plane, and
how far away is he?
Wexley is back here still by the door.
Cool.
Because you didn't have to have much. It's any range, right?
I don't think so.
How far away is this?
And then
this
Twitchy
guy?
Switch is still back by the door. Or did
Yeah.
you advance? No. Okay, so you didn't. So
I'm hanging back. Yeah.
all
I
right.
got
So
some
these
range.
two are 40 in front.
40
So yeah,
away
because this is
from
about
the guy?
120 feet all across.
So the guy's about 40 feet away?
Yeah, he's about 80 feet because you guys are halfway through the 80.
Okay. Then I guess I'll move another.
Maybe move 40 feet
Yeah.
to the cube, I guess, or you're the D8.
Actually,
Javelin.
that banishment spell has a 60-foot range.
Oh, we'll say you got
So
closer.
I had to probably walk up then.
Yeah, okay. So Twitchy's there, and Wexley's there, and Twitchy's still by the back.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll just go for javelins again. Okay, so first attack is
Points for honesty.
first javelin's at 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, second one is gonna miss. Okay.
Alright, so the first javelin will
Let
hit
me
the.
roll damage.
Oh, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry. 10 points of damage.
Yeah, so it'll hit the old man in the shoulder.
Oh, bastard.
He'll grab it with his hand, and suddenly it dissolves into water.
You think
but
you're
you
so
still-
fancy.
You still see kind of blood, but beneath his skin, like where it kind of cut open his thing, like you see, it doesn't look like normal sinew and bone. There's some sort of like kind of, this red liquid. There's like almost instead of bone, there seems to be rock. So there's something else going on. You did 10 points.
10, yeah.
Man, you've been the only one doing damage around. Yeah,
Really?
I think so. All right, now it is on Zuga.
So with the tridents, does it use the same damage system as the mole or not? Is it like a 200 weapon?
The trident. Oh gosh, what was the stuff for that? Wait, yeah, I have it back here too. I think there's just a basic equipment. So it does 1d6 piercing thrown.
Is it a 200 weapon? A thrown?
Yeah. You can throw it, or
Yeah.
it can be a normal two-handed weapon.
I wanted to use
does-
it at 200 weapon.
where are the Myrmidon stats? I think it's. Oh, here we go.
He's actually going to use the three-handed weapon.
And then if it's just a normal attack, it's 1d6 plus 4.
I'm going to use that.
So throwing, it's 1d6 raw, and then if it's an actual normal attack, 1d6 plus 4.
Okay. So I'm going to use it, and I have my bonus action, so because I'm in range, I can
You're
attack
still pretty
him
far
again.
away, so you're back here 80 feet away.
Can I, oh, 80.
Because this guy is maybe now like 30 feet away or so.
Okay,
So
so
you gotta
I can
do
walk 40 feet.
Yeah.
And then I'm using intimidating presence. You have to do a saving throw of 12 or be frightened until the end of the next turn.
Well, what kind of saving throw?
Wisdom.
Come on, buddy. It is incapacitating me, but no, I'm
Really?
frightened.
Blah!
So he's
That's your fault for being too far.
it's freaking out the old man. Okay. Oof. There is some mean tricks.
Oh, I can use my action to extend the duration of this effect each turn unless it moves out of your sight of light. Oh, it's sight. Nice. So we can be frightened as long as we want. That's a very poor roll dice. Next.
Yeah, I'm trying to check something real quick. Alright. Okay. This is going to be fun. Alright, so now it is on his turn, and because you did such a rude, intimidating shout to him, he is going to use the spell Dominate Person on
Oh.
Is not frightened?
you. Frightened characters they roll disadvantage,
Yes.
and they cannot go towards what they're frightened on, but that's all.
Okay.
So, you must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sure it's your strong suit. I know it's mine.
Level.
Wisdom 16.
Where am I saving throws? Oof.
So what I am now? I'm a chicken.
No, so now you will listen to every command this person gives you. So he is going to calmly say, turn to your right and walk 10 feet into the lava. And so you, so Zuga starts walking towards the burning lava. But it's not his turn, but he's starting that way.
If I get hit,
Because you're
does
out of
it
your
cancel the...
If you get hit, it'll give you a chance to re-roll your wisdom check to get out.
Okay.
So that's another saving throw. Yikes, that's a mean one. Anyways, now it is on. Doodly 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 doo. Wexley.
Trying to see if I have anything that could fix
Each time
that
the target takes
issue.
damage, makes a new wisdom saving throw against the spell. If the saving throw succeeds, the spell ends.
Magic?
Higher levels when you cast a spell
Maybe.
using 6th level slot, the duration of concentration is up 10 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
a nasty one.
Alright, I'll cast a 3rd level Dispel Magic on Zuga, I guess.
Yeah, this is a 5th level enchantment, so I'm gonna have to roll, I think.
you could just kick him in the balls and see if he snaps out of it.
He probably needs to concentrate.
Oh yeah, how your
That's
balls
true.
doing, by the way?
I still have the damage knowledge.
Alright.
So
I know who did it
a
because
higher
it's very,
spell
very
with
small
that.
feet that hit it.
I mean,
Well, if
I mean,
it's
how your
4th
ankles
level
doing?
or
You get a
higher,
little
it doesn't
drafty
really
down
matter.
there?
I mean, we're inside a fire temple, so...
Not very much protection from the heat down around those ankles, do you, guys?
We're about to be ankle deep in burning lava.
Better than being.
I'm very badly burned.
That was quite painful.
Yes, when someone
Nothing
said
a
yes,
long
that's
rest
somebody-
wouldn't heal.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not
Yeah,
injured.
I just gonna take a long nap and be fine.
Badly injured. I'm in grave danger.
Okay, so it's a DC 14.
Okay, wisdom or anything? Just a raw 14. Alright.
It doesn't really say.
I'm just gonna go raw 14 because, you know. I hit exactly 14. Does that mean that
Yeah,
I
that means you got it. You saved.
saved?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, wait,
using
no.
using your spellcasting ability, so my spellcasting ability.
Oh yes, it's 14 plus.
Wait, for each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC.
So then you roll it.
So the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So it's 15. So you have to beat a 15 on your roll plus your spell modifier.
Oh, on his on the.
Yeah, so you're trying to beat a 15 on your. That's great. So you're trying to beat a 15 with whatever like was an attack spell.
Oh, including my modifier.
Yeah. It's like it's an attack against a 15 AC.
Okay, which is a plus 8.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Oof. All right, so Zuga.
It's plus my, wait, it's plus my spell attack or my modifier?
Spell modifier, I think is what it says, right? Which is that. That's what your spell attack modifier is.
Okay, so 16.
Yeah. So Zuga snaps out of it and comes to his senses as he's like
Magic's coming in the
his
clutch.
his bare
Just
ankles.
saving
His
him
bare
for his
ankles are like right over the lava.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Oh, you're welcome.
Don't call me the next time you feed her to the fire.
What's that from? You're welcome.
I know.
Moana, yeah. All right, now it is on Twitchy Switch.
Alright. Is anyone in range of this guy?
I'm 30 feet away or so.
Like 30 feet away. Then all I can really do is take a short bow shot. I don't get any fancy stuff because no one's up there yet.
I'll be there soon.
So, and around the room, is there like, you said there's columns
There's
and shit?
columns and pillars. Yeah, it's
Okay.
big construction.
Not 4th level,
Got
'cause they're
it. Yeah, I'm just going to take a short bow shot at him and then hide behind a pillar.
And then what's your distance? Because you're back here still.
I
so
can
that's
shoot
120.
I can shoot 80 short range or disadvantage to 320.
Okay, so you'd probably be at disadvantage until you close a little bit of distance.
Okay, I'll move up 25 feet.
There you go.
And then I'm still at disadvantage, so...
Oops.
So you said my memory trident is 1d6 plus 4?
So he's closer, so it's probably right about 80 now. So you're probably good.
Okay, so 19 plus my 27.
Yep. Alright, that'll hit. Gotta kill this little guy before he gets Wexley.
11 points of damage.
11. I should have done Dominate Person on Wexley.
And then I'll use my... Yeah, you should have. You would have lost concentration.
He's way far away, though.
Big mistake.
And then
Thankfully, I
I
got 2 slots.
I will use my bonus action to hide
Alright.
behind a pillar.
So what was the damage again?
11.
Nice. Alright. Oh,
We're gonna keep.
He's a
Wexley
frail old
far
man,
away.
so...
he's a frail old man.
Stay
It is,
nice and
Mhm.
he hits like a brick, but he is a frail old man. Alright, so now is on the Featherist of Widgets.
Okay, now I'm just gonna move all the way up to this guy. Just
You have a
looking-
lot of wisdom, right, Wexley?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good. Sorry.
I'm gonna move the rest of the way up to this guy. Just bare my teeth at him, just like a. And just give him a nice little
Still
great
fighting.
axe. Probably a 16. Probably miss.
That'll just hit.
Oh, really? That's my first attack. Okay. That I didn't want to expect. Okay, my other attack is a miss. It's 11. Okay. So 12 points of damage. Get to thine wrecked.
So you take 2 huge shots.
One
He
misses.
reels back, but you see, like, as the axe blows land, kind of this weird, like, almost reddish material, like red goo, starts to kind of close up over the wounds and bind it together. Almost looks like hot
I call
coals.
him a foul beast.
So it was 18 damage?
Oh no, it was 12.
12.
Oh no. Nothing so
Right.
majestic.
So,
My turn?
yes. No, it's it's your turn. Yeah, it's your turn then. It's the boss's turn.
Okay.
Yep, go for it.
So do you guys think it's interesting if I continue the frightening him? Doesn't seem to work too much.
It wasn't top tier.
Sorry?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem to really do much, right?
Now and
Yeah,
then we
I'll-
advertise the random-
So I'm going to go to him.
Saw the jacket from there.
There is space for 2 people side by side?
Yeah, there should be. It's
Okay.
Too wide.
And I'm going to use my Mermaid Trident to, maybe don't.
Yeah.
To attack, and I have my bonus action when I can attack too.
Alright.
Okay, so it was 1d6 plus 4.
Yeah, was the damage, and then it's just your normal attack modifier.
Okay, so now it's 1d6 plus 9 with my proficiency stuff. I am proficient in it? Or not?
That's the +9 is your attack.
Yeah.
The damage
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
it's
usually is separate. So
Yeah.
damage is 1d6 plus 4. Your AC check is +9 because that's where your modifier goes.
Yes. Okay, let's attack.
So it'll be like
So 11 plus 9, it's
that'll hit,
20.
and then you roll 1d6 plus 4 for damage.
1d6, it's 6 plus 4. 10 plus I'm in rage, so 3, 13. And I
So-
think that's good.
You take a stab with your trident, and something kind of this bluish light ripples along its surface.
And is it a strength attack? I think. No, because the
oh,
thing.
that's right. You got a little disadvantage
this-
on your attacks.
Oh,
you put
I've
that-
removed
you put that in your
everything.
whiskey- You put that in your whiskey.
No, because the interface already puts
Yeah, it's
5 points, which is my strength.
that's fine. That's fine. It's right. Whatever the interface usually says.
Oh, okay, so I'm adding 5 to it. The in the description, I've put one
To hit plus.
1d6 plus 4. But
Yeah.
when I look at it, it's 1d6 plus 9.
Is it adds your strength? I don't think
Is it the strength or is
So
it?
if it's a strength-based weapon, you
Yeah.
will add your strength plus your...
Is it a strength bet
I
or
think it's dex.
dext? Let me dext it then.
Well, normally that's
It
based
would
off...
just be whatever. It's just whatever you add on top of 1d6.
Well, because normally it's your...
No, it depends on what
If
weapon.
it's a... You would use... Normally it's your proficiency bonus if you're
Yeah.
proficient in that type of weapon,
Yeah.
and the associated stat.
Okay.
And then if the weapon itself is +1 or +2, that gets added additionally.
Yeah.
So if you're saying
That's
it was
right.
a
So it's
trident
plus
+4,
four, yeah.
then it's actually
So
should
that
be.
is, that is +5.
So
Plus nine,
it
yeah.
actually, I would imagine it would be even higher, right? Because if
+9
it's a strength
total.
weapon, you would have +4 plus your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
If you're proficient in polearms.
Yeah, but
If you're not, then it would just be 9.
I think it's just the strength because let's skip
Yeah,
the
it's-
+9.
Yeah,
it's
like-
a
like
martial
Okay,
melee weapon.
So 1d6,
Yeah.
so 6 + 9, 15 plus 3 because I'm in rage,
Yeah.
so 18.
So you take a stab. The kind of the bluish, hue of like the water temple's trident. You see his kind of skin sizzle back and kind of. So you said 19 damage.
18.
18.
And the trident is a little bit magical, or so the damage is.
It just you
But
still
so
hit.
he has 1d9
You can't tell if it does more or less.
+9.
What's
Okay.
Does he have +9? I'm the barbarian too. Is there something I'm missing?
It should tell you his had an extra +4 to the weapon
Oh,
because
so
it's a
like.
magical weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, I was like.
Okay, so I know I did my action, so not my bonus action.
Mhm.
1, natural 1.
Okay. So nothing happens in your bonus section. All right. So our dear friend Vanifer is going to take a misty step and then pop up over here. And then he's going to use his other move to shoot a fireball at Wexley.
Can I jump in front of him?
You're pretty far. Twitchy Switch could
Jump in front of him?
take a fireball for Wexley. He's like,
Just
eh.
I don't want that Ifrit to come back.
Oops.
What do I have to? What happens? So what is it rolling against?
And I think it's an attack. I just need to look it up.
See, the thing is, it's less likely to actually hit you
It's true.
and more likely to one-shot me should I step in front of it.
Do you want to die a hero?
You know, I like my hidden spot. We'll
All
deal
right.
with an Ifrit if it comes back.
Oof. It's a dex saving throw.
Ooh, maybe I should have.
All right. Whew. Whew. Whew.
Get absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to hit like a brick. Okay, so saving throw for this kind lady. Oh wow.
His noises. That was
They're more stressful than actually taking 50 points of damage right away.
All right. So give me a dex saving throw right now, and you gotta beat a 16.
okay. I got +2, so I roll a d20 +2, right?
Yep.
18.
Get
That'll
wrecked.
just save. So now
Nice.
I gotta roll 8d6.
And then
86.
It's half damage.
86?
That's what it normally would do.
Oh,
Really?
but then he's
Take
gonna.
half.
Five,
I thought he was going to say
9.
86 multiplied by 10.
15, 19,
1, 2, 1, 1, 1.
28, 31. So you're gonna take 15 points of fire damage as a glowing sphere extends from his hand and bursts to light.
How does that affect the concentration?
You gotta roll.
You have to make a concentration saving throw,
Mhm.
and then
What's the skill for that?
Constitution.
Give me a con save. And was it beat a 10?
Yeah, you have to beat a 10 the first time. I think it gets progressively harder if you take more hits.
16.
See, you see a kind of a warble of light where the Ifrit was banished, and then it goes back to the ruddy red of the lava-filled chamber. All right, now it is on. You guys really got to take this mother lover down. Wexley, I believe.
Twitchly switch. Didn't Wexley just go?
No, I was.
No, he just got blown
Oh,
up.
sorry. I got confused. You're
Uh,
right.
so
I always.
how?
I was just very confused. I was like, I thought I had the order right.
He just threw something.
So I'm gonna go run into the corner behind Twitchly.
Make squealing sounds as you do. Yeah.
And then
I'm just picturing this giant guy trying to hide behind a gnome.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
super effective. It is super effective.
and then I'm going to use one of my charges on that wand of elemental summoning,
All right.
so that there's a water elemental
Yep.
amongst us now.
All right. Let's roll its initiative. We'll just have it move with you.
Okay.
So go ahead and command your water elemental. So I can pull it up for you if you're curious.
Yeah. And then I think also do my bonus action of
So it's slam attack, and you get. So it has a slam attack, or it can like smother them. But the important stuff is it's got about 14 AC, and movement is 30 feet.
okay. So yeah, I'll do third level spiritual weapon also for next time, for next turn, so it's around.
So your water elemental pops up beside you. Spiritual weapon. You're readying it.
Yeah.
So does it disappear next to you?
Yeah.
So make that a different color. And there's your spiritual weapon. So do you want your water elemental to move? It's its turn now.
Or actually it's 60 feet. So I would have
Pop
to put
it
it
up.
60 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'd
over
also
here.
have the water elemental move as far forward as it can.
All right, 30 feet there.
Yep.
All right. All right. So let's just.
Oh, this fucker can miss.
Yeah. It gets better because guess where we are? In its lair. Anyways,
The layer of the.
the lair of this creature.
The Lair Witch
Person.
Project.
Lair Witch Project. All right, now it's on Twisty Switch.
All right. And now there's actually someone in combat with him, right?
Nope. He's out of combat.
Who is this guy?
So this is the bad guy, is the orange.
Ah.
How did
He
move over there
Misty
without
stepped.
me
He
hitting-
used
oh,
Misty
got it,
Step.
okay.
And he can actually Misty Step anywhere in his lair.
As a bonus action?
Pardon me?
As a bonus action?
Yeah.
So if I'm
Well,
coming
that, was,
out,
that was one of his two actions.
How many turns has it been since I banished the free, by the way?
I think 3 rounds.
Okay.
I need to see.
Yeah. 3 or 4 rounds. Let's say 4.
Maybe on the verge of 5.
4.5.
Maybe even 6. If you're counting like large.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's been a long time. We've been thinking this over for a little bit.
Yeah.
I need someone to get in range of him, otherwise I can't do much. All right.
You can wait for someone to. I'm going on contact next turn, so
That's
you can
actually
wait
a
for
good idea.
me.
I will stay where I am. I will hold my action for when an ally of mine gets in range of the boss.
Okay, fair enough. Now it's on Feather Budget.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna head on over this middle of a
So, what's your movement?
40.
So maybe that's 20 down here. We'll say you get in range. Let's see if it's not right. All right.
Also, I have a question. I have 2 actions, but as I scroll down, it also says bonus action hand axe. Does that mean I can also use my hand axe as a bonus action?
I don't know.
You should have a. As your bonus action, you can
You
add
can
that.
have 2 attacks. Yeah, you can
Well,
I
have
have 2. It says action attacks per action 2, but then under bonus actions, it lists hand axe, like with no damage. You know, just like a
Extraction,
1d6. I've never done it, but I just was like,
Oh yeah, I
wonder-
could have attacked I think
I don't know
See?
if that's how it works. I would read it out. It would be
It
in the
doesn't
player's
say
handbook.
anything.
What I will say is today we won't do that, but
Okay.
if you read it in the player's handbook and
Next.
find it by next week, we get to do
Okay,
it.
sounds good. I mean, it's not much damage. It's like an
Yeah,
extra
I mean-
1d6 if I hit. But yeah. Okay, I'll just do Great Sword. That's a nat 20.
That'll crit!
And I have a thing where I get to roll an extra dice for that.
Yeah.
Like an extra one on top of the one that I already get.
Let's go.
And then another attack is That's 19.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Lay it out.
Alright, so we go. 13. 23. So how does it? So I
Double the dice, same modifiers. For the attack.
I'm looking
that
at my
you crit.
features. I know I'm looking at my features because
So any dice, even if it's like your range.
I'm looking at my
Oh
features.
yeah. Do whatever. Do whatever.
When you score a critical hit, roll one of the dice an additional time. Okay.
Yeah. So.
And it's a 1. Wonderful. Okay.
Hashtag word.
So that wasn't great. 24 points of damage.
Alright.
Total?
Yeah, total.
So you
I rolled
did
a couple
12 and
ones.
then...
It was like a 13 and then a 10 and then a 1.
But you
Strange
also. Oh no, that's Pico Rick. Pico Rick gets an extra die if they're already damaged.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Colossus Slayer.
Yeah, so 24.
Oh, what? Oh, he's looking rough.
So, but you hit twice, right?
My first attack did 13. My second and that the one that critted, I just rolled.
Oof.
My extra dice was a 1, so I
What
got
you-
13, a 10, and a 1.
Yeah,
I think you're still missing some dice though.
Really?
Because it's like you should.
My
your
first attack critted. My second one did not.
So your
with
first
hit.
attack critted, so you should have
Oh.
gotten 2
Oh.
dice plus the additional dice.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
And so
Yeah.
you should have an extra D or 2.
2d6.
2d6 in there.
2 plus 3. It's only 3 more points.
Okay.
So
Every
27.
bit counts. All right. Nice. Okay. So now it is on Zuga.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
you were in
you're
melee.
attacking, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
now you
take,
can
I'm
take
gonna
an
take
attack.
my shot, short bow shot.
Or were you holding it?
I was holding
Yeah.
it for someone to be
Nice.
in melee range, because now I get sneak attack if I hit. 14 plus 9, 23.
Oh, it.
Alright, so
Can you take him down before his next turn?
Ooh.
let's see, what do I get from
I'll
that?
give you a hint. You really want to.
Can we just run away?
Alright, so
This is. It's like funny because they have kind of different styles of bad guys. And like certain ones you just need to
So
like obliterate as quickly as possible. Other ones more technique. This guy's bursty.
18, 23,
Nice.
27 points of damage.
Oof.
Is he down? Is he down?
Not down yet, but he's looking rough.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
Wait, you?
I mean, I'm a survivor.
Sure. Alright, Zuga.
Okay.
You got this. Hit him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm moving here too.
Yep.
Cat.
Get said, fuck your objects.
Yeah.
Okay. So first attack, 5 plus 9, 14.
Don't miss.
Second attack, 6 plus 9, 15.
Don't miss.
Oh, bummer.
So you run up 2 swings, but you know the heat of the room is starting to get to your head, and unfortunately, it is Vanfur's turn, and he extends one hand down, and lava rises up from the channels and starts to mend some of the wounds that have been ailing him. So that is going to be.
Can I ask him as a free action to just not do that?
Go ahead.
Sir, we're trying really hard over here. Could you just stop what you're doing, please? Like, just give us this one, man.
Sir, but it would be so much more fun to, in fact, do it.
You're clearly gonna
and-
get your butt kicked. We've
Well-
been kicking your booty.
Well, you got me there, sir. Carry on.
Thank you. For
guys, I tried my
Again,
best. I did what I could.
Did you go? Did you?
22 points of
I
healing.
tried as much
What?
as you all deserve.
Ugh.
How much did you heal?
22 points of healing.
He's really fucking us big time here.
I'm gonna hit this.
And then the other hand, now that that lava is kind of in on his flesh, extends out towards Zuga, and who just made the attack on him. And
I missed.
Oh, I guess who's the last person to do damage? I guess but you're out of range.
You can hit me. Bring it on.
It's gonna be a really hard hit. So that
Bring
lava's
it.
gonna extend from his hand and wrap around you. And you'll give me a Constitution saving throw. And it's going to be what you call a hard hit.
I said, do declare.
20.
You'll take half damage. So 10.
What's your bonus?
10 plus 10.
Plus 10.
I have proficiency.
Oh.
I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
I
was
using see
these numbers rather than these
Oh, for
numbers.
saving throws?
Yeah, I was nerfing all my saving throws.
Oh no.
So you're
Don't
going to
tell
take
them.
70
Don't tell him.
points of
No,
fire.
no, it means they
Or
would have been better.
72 points
Oh,
of
they would
fire
have been
That's
better.
half
Better.
damage?
Yeah.
But they're saving throw it just against your ability.
That
just-
was cut in half,
Well,
or she
no,
needs
I-
to?
No,
that
that
was
is
half.
cut. She
That
cuts
was half
that.
damage.
That
No,
was.
no.
Oh.
That you cut that in half.
Oh, I was like, holy crap.
No, you cut that in
What's
half.
half?
So it would be
That's 30.
36.
I was like, oh, that would have killed me in one hit. Oh wait,
So-
that's yeah.
Yoinks.
Yoinks! She's not a nice lady.
Can you do the thing
man.
with the lava too?
I wish.
Just put your hand in the lava and figure it out. That's how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not very wise. She might think that.
Yeah. She's a cruel mistress. Alright, anyways, now it is on Wexley.
Wexley.
Okay. So I'm gonna first attack with my spiritual weapon
Okay.
on the guy. So it is a +8 to hit. Let me just buy that. 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, and that is just a little 1d8 + 4.
Every
still,
little bit
it all
counts.
counts.
Clack.
Except if he's healing himself.
That's 6 points of damage. Love
Alright.
Okay, and then for my actual action, I am going to use my Channel Divinity, which means I can restore up to 50 HP, so I'm going to give all 50 to Feather Widget.
Yay.
Um,
I'll take them all. Yay, I'm up to 86.
You had 35,
36.
36.
And he gave me 50.
You could have waited one more turn, so to spread those 50 points.
well, I have healing spells.
Okay.
Okay, and I think that's it, except for the water elemental.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, what does the water element do?
It's the
That's
slam attack.
shit. Oh.
Alright, runs up and slams. Alright.
Slam.
Hood slam indeed. Alright, so the water elemental will do its slam attack, and that is +7 to hit. So d20 +7. And then
18.
2d8 +4.
18?
That'll hit.
2d8 + 4.
Yes, sir.
It's a 1. That's a 6, 7, 11 points of damage.
Alright. So he's the water elemental that hits him. You see kind of steam just rise off, and kind of like these like swaths of stone beneath his skin. The Benifer is looking still pretty beat up, looking still pretty rough. Jeez. I mean, some of the stuff is just like super OP that I'm not gonna do it.
He's
But,
made of cheese.
It's made of cheese. Now it is on Twitch and Switch.
I mean, you know what I gotta do.
I gotta peek out.
Take a
sneak
shot,
attack.
sneak attack, and then
And
hide.
hide.
Just one man. One man who survived all this time off of a simple
No,
formula.
It's a simple plan.
Ooh, might not hit though. It's 18.
It'll just hit.
I thought that was 16 his limit.
Yeah, 16 is the limit, but 18 is still pretty narrow.
Ooh, that's a good hit. So that's 11 plus 15, 17, 18, 22, 28 points of damage.
Woo!
Alright, so he is looking real rough. Like last legs, so bloody and it's kind of
But I see none of that because I'm behind a pillar.
yeah, we were hiding. So now it is on a feather widget.
Okay.
One
I'm
job.
pissed.
You're pissed?
I'm pissed because he threw lava at me. Or whatever he did that hurt real bad.
You had it coming.
It's
You
true,
should
I
have
did.
been there. Surely you would have done the same.
Basically, I'm gonna take a big swing at him. And I rolled a nat 20, so.
So you crit?
Yeah.
Again!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, that's just my first attack. Second attack, 15.
Check that
So
dice.
the 20 will do. The 20 will do. Alright. So. 16, 24 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Got him.
I think that in Diablo fashion, I want to like jump into the air and slam onto the ground so hard that lava shoots up through
Lava?
onto him only,
Mm.
just up his butthole,
Mm.
and then quickly kind of the pressure releases and then it goes away and is not a threat to us in any way. But his butthole is badly burned, and then I just slice in the general upwards direction through his junk, through his intestines, and then he dies.
Back to hell, dog.
So Feather Widget jumps high in the air with her axe, slams on the ground, axe raised to strike. One of those pool drops of lava comes up right into Vanifer's butthole. Unfortunately, it begins to heal Vanifer because he is in
jeez.
fact fire.
No.
But the
Okay.
axe swing coming down does enough
I
damage.
didn't think about that.
And just when he gets a breath of fresh air, he gets just smashed to death by this axe.
Okay.
Go cat those guys.
I was like, he just healed himself with lava. So he collapses, and you guys are in this chamber.
Okay.
And I feel like you see this kind of dark, glowing light in this room beyond. And since it's 9:30, we can either end there,
Yeah.
or you can go and see what's in the room.
We can just look if he had anything on him first, maybe.
Oh, you want to loot something, Mikhail?
I'm running to take my barrel after I touch him.
All right, so you guys loot the corpse. There is not too much.
Can I steal his groin? Was it a stone?
You find each of you, as you all loot the corpse, find 20 gold
Man, there's so much
on
gold.
this person's person.
Can I find 21 gold and Zuga find 19?
Too late.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Alright.
Too late, I already did it.
I'm too good at this. Ooh, that is a 14 plus whatever my sleight of hand is.
She's carrying stuff behind where the ashes.
So, pretty good. So 21?
You find 21 gold, but you don't take anything from Zuga. It just, you found another piece of gold.
Man.
And she is... Alright.
Why did he have gold on him? It was his lair.
You
Like-
You tell me you don't carry your wallet around, you got money in it when you're in your house?
I got my credit cards right here, son. So...
Just in case one of his goons is going, oh,
Yeah,
I want to
there's
raise
not much-
here.
There's not much
Buy
that
yourself something
you
nice.
see of value. There's there's just those robes are kind of there. the 4 colored robes,
All right.
a few just kind of odds and ends, and one just like kind of old rusted dagger.
All right. So I'm gonna obviously take the dagger.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to take my dagger, and I'm going to cut little circles right around his nipples. That way, anyone who finds him will think that he was into some pretty kinky shit.
Missing pretty what?
Just into some pretty kinky shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
So
Such is as it is. So
as it is written.
and it was so. All right, so we can call it tonight if people got to go home, but you guys can.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
See what's in the dark room in just moments.
I feel like that fight would have been impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we had the other guy.
It would have been hard.